What's going on, guys? Welcome to Southern Fried D&D, and you are about to watch the first episode of Rime of the Frost Maiden. Now, this particular episode is something I kind of came up with. I wanted to have kind of like a test run as far as recording, and a test run and let our players and me. It's been a while since I've DM'd. Kind of get back into the feel of playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, just wanted to let you guys know that before we went forward. The location and the starting point is a place within Icewind. So as far as that goes, it does tie into the story, and some things that you're going to see that actually unfold and happen during this little, you could call it like a intro to the game. They will have effects later on in the campaign. So just want to let you guys know that. And if you end up enjoying the content, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Join Southern Fried D&D. Join us as we play D&D. We're all learning. We're all fairly new. None of us have completely finished the campaign yet, but I've DM'd at one point. I've played at one point. We also have some other players that have played a couple games. But like I said, we're all pretty fresh, pretty new to it. So if there's any, technical rules or something that I get wrong as a DM or a player gets wrong as a player, just kind of keep that in mind that we are learning. We are, still getting used to playing D&D. But yeah, follow along as we embark upon this journey to hopefully play and finish Icewind, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Icewind has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dell residents blame Ariel, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering roar, I can't pronounce that word right. Y'all know what I'm saying though. That weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dell folk live in a scattering of settlements known as tin towns. The drop off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices, one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. So that kind of gives you some backstory as far as like where you are. So all of you have came to this land for one reason or another. Maybe some of you were born here, others came from outside, but you've all ended up in this tavern called the Grumpy Moose. And as you can see, there's a little moose on the wall right here. I'll mark it so y'all can see it. The Grumpy Moose Tavern in the city of Bremen, which is one of the 10 towns. And
it's literally 10 towns. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yep. So, and whenever you all came in, the only other patrons in the tavern currently is the barkeep, which is a dwarf, and there's another dwarven lady in the corner just minding her own business, eating and drinking her food. The first thing you notice about this place is, as soon as you got here, was that it's not well kept. I mean, this place is like, it's almost falling apart. The only way to even get warm in the building is to stand directly by the fire. Like there's that many. It's just that windy and breezy.
The explanation for all of us being up at the top here is because it's so cold outside.
Yeah. But
I want to just be coming in. I want to change mine. I want to just be walking in. I like that better. So I just got here.
Okay. But let's see. So okay, so you're gonna start out here now. All right.
Yeah, I just want to be at the bottom. I just want to be just showing
So
up.
you haven't came in yet, correct?
Yeah, I'm like currently walking in as the story starts.
Gotcha.
I can work with that a little better.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier, you're all here for different reasons, and none of you at this point have ever met or seen each other. If anybody wants to describe their characters, they can now, kind of where they're standing, sort of what they look like, what the other players, or what the other players' characters would see as they look around. If y'all want to describe that now, you can. If you don't, that's fine.
All right, we'll start like this. We'll say that I just walk in, right? And now you guys can describe what I see as far as characters. Give you a little bit of an opening for how to move forward with that. Or I can tell you what I see, and you tell me how close to accurate it is.
You want to just start by spanning the room, like left to right or right to left?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to go first, you can.
All right, so first thing I notice here is the dwarf on the left. Who the fuck is this? What do I notice about her?
That's just
Yes, that's a dwarf.
yes, it's a dwarf. Actually, I'll give you a little.
Are the people that I see tokens for the only people in here?
Yes.
They're like NPCs
Yes.
that don't show up.
Yep.
Okay.
No,
so,
that's it. It's pretty bare inside.
Okay.
Except for
So
the
I see the
others.
lady on the left. I guess we'll come back to her. I see the scruffy looking bartender over there. I see a mangy looking rabbit.
Yeah,
And, you know,
definitely a little mangy, a little
Fancy.
not full of hair. It's almost like I need shots.
so I see this
stop
rabbit,
falling
and it looks like he's been out for a little while, so he's getting,
Borderline rabid.
yeah, matted up, tuffed up hair, and like he's got
Yeah.
he's got his short swords, bow, right?
Two short swords. Yes,
He
and
looks
a
like he
longbow.
spends quite a bit of time in the wild. He looks like he's not fond of showers or baths, so scruffy looking rabbit. I see a little dandy boy on the piano over there, little fancy lad. What looks to be a little person, a tiny little person, with some incredibly manly fairy wings, like very masculine.
Are they showing
there's a-
squatch? Are you wearing anything, or are the wings hidden, or no?
No, my wings are out.
Okay.
Okay, so are you playing the piano? What are you doing? You just fucking sitting
Yes, I'm playing the piano.
there? All right. What about DM? Performance roll? Is he playing good?
Yeah. Let's get our first roll in. That's a good idea.
Hey,
Roll a d20.
First roll of the
20
session.
for
Let's
I
see
mean,
how
Performance,
it
right?
performance.
goes.
Yeah.
Fucking piano of all things.
So can we
It's a
say
piano.
that?
It's a goddamn performance roll on a
19
piano.
plus
He's
2.
actually standing on the keys, not actually.
What was
using
it?
his hands. He's so small.
19 plus 2.
21.
Yes, 21.
He
so
is.
he's playing well.
Yeah. He's playing pretty
What
well
song?
to your very feathery ears.
What song am I playing? Oh,
Yeah, come on.
Jesus.
Come on.
What's that one on The Hobbit where the dwarves are singing?
It goddamn well better be the piano man.
I can play the piano. I didn't know that was a thing. Do we know who the piano man is?
It doesn't have to be
Oh,
that
yeah.
piano
We'll
man.
do the Misty
It's
Mountains
just-
Cold. That one
It's
works.
just
That
a
one
piano
works.
man. Sure, I'm playing the Misty Mountains. Yeah.
So the melody, if nothing else, as you're walking in, Justin, everything else is pretty ragged, pretty bad looking. But if nothing else, there's a nice little melody playing. That is the one.
And I see this
bright
large
spot.
black humanoid cat man who is, passed out in his oatmeal over there?
No, just slightly drunk with his hood up, kicked back in a chair next to the piano. Thankfully, he's not covering his ears. He's just sort of chilling to the melody next to the warm fire.
Cougars are at the bar tonight.
Is he
Not completely sauced on his skooma right now.
is he wearing any kind of armor or any kind of leather armor or any kind of particular
No,
clothing?
just the leather.
Okay.
He's not buck ass naked now.
All right. Well, so as I walk in, you guys will see about a 6 foot tall humanoid owl person, and I have sort of like leather mixed with robes, so more like adventuring gear, and it's very tattered up and worn, and looks like it's seen better days. And I, much like the rabbit at the bar, would be best described as scruffy looking. All right,
Nice.
so as I walk in, you see the owl man do a little bit of a quizzical head tilt and scan the room, and he just sort of ambles back to the fire here and begins warming himself by the fire.
Tell me you're going to use like owl references, like, "Who are you?"
No, never.
And
We call it-
as the what would be the only thing that y'all could describe as a owl man walks back towards the fire, you see the bartender kind of look up expectantly, as if usually somebody would come in to order something, and sort of look at him, and then but the owl pays him no attention, just goes straight to the fire.
I've
So
seen
the
any,
bartender
kind
kinda
of
is looking.
on this guy as he goes by.
on the owl,
Yeah,
are you? That would be
I'm checking
Justin.
him out
Are
as he
you
goes by for sure.
okay? Roll a perception check. Justin, are you trying to actively hide anything?
nah, I'm just chilling.
Okay, you go roll perception.
I don't remember if I'm even holding
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, check that real quick.
Hey, can I also roll?
I honestly didn't.
Yeah, if you wanna look for it.
Okay,
Myself to y'all. I just
I'm
honestly.
just gonna.
got-
I'm just gonna. Sorry, I'm just gonna
Uh,
veer to
22.
my right, just look over my shoulder.
Okay, you rolled 22. What'd you get, Gatwood?
And that's plus 17.
So 22 and 17. So what would they see, Justin, if anything?
You see, I mean, through the robes and cloaks and
Anything
just
of
sort
interest on? Actually, I'm looking for anything of interest on you. That's what I'm.
Okay, so you would see, first of all, yeah, just leather armor, tattered robes, nothing special there. He's walking with sort of a staff, as though it's like a walking stick sort of thing. You see around his belt is what can only be described as an absurd number of daggers. For no other reason than I didn't have anything else to pick, so I just picked a shitload of daggers.
So he's just strapped in daggers, huh?
Sounds like my kind of man.
It seems odd that he would have this many daggers, but you also see he's got a sort of a satchel on, like a traveler's bag, and on one of his hands, the hand that's holding the staff, he has a little like a ornate ring, silver ring.
Okay.
Oh, bronze. My bad. It's like a bronze-ish colored ring, but
Alright.
sort of light catches that. But that looks to be the only thing that's of any note, really.
Gotcha. And like I said, as you're walking by, the bartender kind of looks up expectantly, because most people that would come in would order a drink. You obviously just walk to the fire, probably to warm your feathers up. So he kind of just looks back down, going back to cleaning his mug that he was doing before. And the bartender seems, he's a dwarf. He seems, his clothing is obviously not, anybody who would be able to purchase any kind of, like, it's not high dollar clothing, but it's functional. As you can tell, it's definitely made for the cold, and he's still wearing his coat on even in here, because as I said before, and you figured out as you were walking in the bar, the only place you can really get any real warmth is almost right next to the fire, because the building is just so breezy and just so worn down that it just doesn't even hold any of the insulation, the warmth like it should. But actually, who is so while he's doing that, Brett, you said you were kind of leaned back in the chair, just
kick
chilling.
back on it.
Roll a perception check for me.
Thought I was gonna have to make like an athletics or something. Make sure
No,
we're balanced.
just a perception. And while you're doing that, the
16.
16.
Yes.
Okay.
You can wait on it if you need to.
Gotcha. So while y'all doing that, the door swings open again, and in walks a looks to be a tiefling, probably just medium size, medium height, with white hair, blue. The face is blue. That's really all you can see is like the face, and then like around the wrist where the gloves are, you see her blue skin between like the wrist and then the jacket as she's walking, and she walks in, and goes to the table and looks at the bartender expectantly, like waiting on somebody to come over to take an order, and he just kind of looks at her like, kind of fucking place you think this is? This is like he's not going to go over there. So she gets up, walks to him, and starts placing an order for
As
some
she's
food.
getting up, can I take another peek if she's got anything of interest on her?
Yeah, roll perception. And actually, before you do that, while she was walking in, before she distracted you, you did happen to look around, just kind of checking out the area. And like I said, this place is so open and just drafty. You actually notice some bats at the very top of the like ceiling, just hanging upside down, just up there chilling. Like that's how open and like I said, it's just this place is barely holding together.
I cast Eldritch Blast at the bats.
Do you really?
No.
Okay. But yeah, so you want to roll before she moves?
Yeah, like as she's getting up from the table, like if she sit down at the
Yeah.
table, just chilling, I would just want to take a peek, like just sort of like looking at her, seeing if anything sort of hanging off of her, like anything of interest. On her
Gotcha.
fingers, hands.
Yeah,
pockets.
just roll
Just checking
perception.
around.
14.
14? Let's see here. Give me 1 second. With the 14,
Andre got a spell over there, so that's right.
you do notice a short sword on her side. Doesn't look like anything, particularly well made or anything. Just like a standard short sword on her side. That's all you really notice.
Gotcha.
As she gets up and she starts talking with the bartender, which you presume she's making her order. Let's see. Squatch, are you still playing the piano?
Yes.
While he's playing the piano, I want to I'm just going to slowly walk over by him and just like out of the corner of your eye, Squatch, you just see like this owl just kind of poke his face around. He's just kind of like staring at the side of your head.
Squatch, roll another performance check to see how well you
Gonna
play
mess
with
me
him
up.
doing that.
I'm just sort of like, I look at him, and then I look down at the keys, and then I look at him, and then I just look down at the keys.
30,
I'm
20.
not trying to be weird. You're being an owl.
Dirty
here.
20?
That's
18 plus 2.
You are just completely unfazed, and you've done this in front of people before, and you don't miss a beat. Keep playing.
Okay, so as
playing
I'm
well.
transfixed by him playing the piano, I start on the other side where he's not playing. I start poking the keys in an attempt to emulate what he's doing, but it's like really, no rhythm. I'm just like dong, dong, dong.
You do anything, Squatch? You just let him do it.
I'll just let him do it. I'm gonna keep playing because I can't reach the other half of the keyboard. So, I mean,
As soon as you
Nice.
start doing that, the tiefling kind of looks over her shoulder and is like looking at you. Kind of turns back around, keeps making her order, and you overhear
Just one key too, not multiple keys, just one key.
yeah,
over
like the
and
same one, just doom,
just
Wait,
the same one. Yeah.
just don't.
And not even trying to keep rhythm, I'm just pressing it.
and the thing is with this, like he is playing very well, and the more now that you've gotten up to the piano, I'll start calling you by your name. You, it's you, right? Assuming who? Okay,
Me?
yeah.
I
you.
am you.
But as you get up to the piano, you realize like that piano is barely holding together as well. Like it's and the thing is, if the piano was in good shape, the music would sound even better. But honestly, it sounds pretty good for even the piano being in bad shape. So he definitely knows what he's doing.
Can I interject and say something
Mm-hmm.
to the tiefling? I'd just like to say that, damn birds, did you bring him?
She kind of looks over at you.
Is he with you?
She just kind of looks at you and says, no, he's not. And just kind
The
of,
rabbits have fucking birds, snatching them up.
that's true. I forget that owls hunt rabbits. That's true.
How loudly did you say this?
Yeah, how loud? Yeah.
Just, you wouldn't be able to hear me. It's like I just look over the
Yeah.
counter and just kind of look at her and say that, like, as if my shoulders are up and you can't really see.
Yeah. So
I
your
thought
your
so.
back's
I heard
turned. Your back's turned to him. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, bar talk. She's basically supposed to be sitting next to me, I would assume,
Lucky rabbit.
or down.
Fuck you up. You talking shit.
But anyway, yeah, she kind of looks at you, says, no, he's not with me, and she kind of turns back and is talking to the
Y'all
bar.
walked in almost together.
Well, I have nothing to hide. I do not know him. Assuming it is a he.
You is you.
Is it?
And then she turns back.
Pecking at my keyboard.
I think he is, right? Yeah, stop it.
Can
Yeah.
can I cast something?
You can do whatever you want to do. I mean,
Can
for a
I
reason.
cast Druidcraft and imitate an owl out of my hand while I'm still playing the keyboard?
What does Druidcraft do exactly?
Whisper into the spirits of nature, you create one of the following effects within range, and I want to recreate a harmless sensory effect of a small animal.
Okay,
aka
yeah.
Owl.
So you're just making your hand look like a...
kind of just takes this kind of make a beak out of my hand and open it up, and then you hear a list of owl food come out of it while I'm playing the piano.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, yep.
Cool. That'll work.
All right,
Yep.
Upon hearing this, you will stop and happily clap, applauding the performance. But then, in his enthusiasm, you is going to now start banging on the piano with both hands and hooting in an effort to mimic the hooting noise.
So now there is a loud banging of the keys going on the piano currently.
Still just two fingers, just ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, hoot 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 hoot. Enthusiastically though, like real fucking enthusiastically.
Yeah, like he's excited.
I'm just gonna kind of smirk a little bit.
While that's... Go ahead.
I'm going to bring down my ears to cover them under my scarf.
Time
And just,
under
like,
your chin.
I'm just really aggravated,
Time under his
like,
chin.
damn it. Yeah.
And then while you're...
Just shrug off.
while that's going on, Justin, or I should say, fair hair child, you overhear her talking to the bartender, and then the bartender says, "Steak, where do you think you are, little missy? What we got here for meat is knucklehead trout, and some more knucklehead trout. You can get it fried or grilled. That's about all you're gonna find here, at least at this establishment." And she just kind of, "Oh, but I hate fish. Fine, bring it to me." And then she walks back and sits down over here and waits for
Can
her
I say
food.
something before she walks off? Can I say, I suggest the knucklehead fish.
She just kind of
It's their
gives you
best
a...
dish.
She kind of just glares at you and walks.
So was this loud enough for the bartender? Like we heard that all across the tavern.
Roll if you want to see if you heard it, because it wouldn't have been yelling or anything. But roll perception, because y'all are banging on the piano. So
Touche.
No, I didn't hear it.
anybody else?
While this is going on, I'm gonna be like, verbally, loudly. No, not loudly, just be like, fucking retarded asshole. And then I'm gonna just hop up, move side of the table.
Did you roll? Anybody else
What is
roll
it?
perception?
I
Oh
don't care.
shit.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just
fine. You didn't
taking
have to. I was just saying.
I'm just enjoying my time. Can I do something else while we're sitting here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I cast Druidcraft again since it's a cantrip? And all the candles that are on top of the piano, or because I can snuff them out and light them. So can I just have them like doing like strobe lights on top of the piano?
You talking about the candles on top of it? Is what you're saying?
Yes, I can instantly light or snuff out a candle.
Oh yeah, as you want. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
so can I
If
get
you want to
just, like,
light them and unlight them, yeah,
While
that's
while
fine.
he's banging.
I got like a disco going on over there.
Yes.
So everyone else that's not around the piano kind of starts noticing dimming, like almost out of the corner of your eyes. You kind of notice, like, like when like a light dims in a room and it's like flickering, sort of like if you're in a room, you kind of have that effect out of the corner of your eyes and your peripherals, and you look over, and so you have this large owl man and fairy playing the piano, and the candles are each going in and out, different ones that are on the piano. Looks almost like a for lack of a better term, disco, I guess. Light show.
Question: has the food been brought to the the devil lady yet?
No, not yet. You actually hear him. He's cutting up right now. Currently, the table behind him. He just reached in a barrel and just pulled out a piece of fish and is now cutting it up.
All right. As he's doing this, like I see him doing that.
You're 8 foot tall.
No.
6 foot.
6-ish. Yeah.
Yeah,
right
no,
over
you'd
6.
be able to see it.
Okay. Well, so like I'm guessing I can smell the food too, right? Like.
It's kind of hard to dictate any specific smell in this place. Like I said, it's just so breezy and open that it's like
Would I be aware that he is now producing a fish? Is my question.
you would see a piece of meat.
Alright, it's good enough for me. I'm gonna walk over to the bar.
Yeah, you would definitely see a piece of meat. I'm not sure if you know if it was fish or not.
Alright, you is gonna go and just sit next to this nice rabbit man.
Okay, so
As he leaves, everything just instantly stops when I go back to playing.
The owl man sits next to you, fair hair.
And I'm gonna stare at the bartender expectantly.
The bartender just still has his back turned, just cutting up the meat currently.
And I'm just gonna veer my eyes toward him, like just look over my shoulder, like, what the fuck is he doing?
Alright, out of the corner of my eye, I catch him staring at me, right? So I'm just gonna whip my head around with big fucking owl eyes and just stare you directly in the face.
So now they're having. Well,
I'm intently staring at your face right now.
I'm going to try to brush it off and just, damn fucking birds, and just keep looking forward, like as if I don't try to ignore you.
Are you eating anything, or are you just chilling there?
Just got a glass of milk.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna bounce my eyes between you and your glass of milk intently until the bartender turns around. I'm just staring at you.
I'm going to continue to ignore you.
And as the bartender's cutting up the meat, he finally gets it done. He turns around and is, like drying his hands, looking down, and he kind of. That's when he first actually notices you. He looks up and he goes, "Scott, and you get the sense that he's never seen your kind before. As soon as he starts, he's just kind of shock in his eyes and yes. Would you do you need something? He's just looking at you.
I forgive him not being aware. My kind only came out 2 days ago, so I've only been on the app for 2 days, so he probably hasn't seen an owl man. Okay, so
to say something. I'll just tell you. I'm just gonna look at you and say I'm not on the menu, and just look back.
All right, I will. So, I will. The bartender spoke to me, right?
Yes, he's looking at you.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll whip my head back around to him. A slight head tilt, and I will say, "You is hungry."
Who is hungry?
You is hungry.
No, I'm not hungry.
Not you.
Not me.
You is hungry.
Oh, you. Your name is you.
You is you, yes.
Oh, well, you. It's nice to meet you. My name is Daryl.
Who?
Daryl.
Not Daryl. You.
No, I am Daryl. You are you.
You is hungry.
You are you. I am Daryl.
You is hungry.
Do you like fish? You
likes fish.
knucklehead trout? Is that okay? Because that's what we got.
You will eat trout.
Yes, by you mean you. I will not eat trout.
You
but
is you. You is you, and you is hungry.
He just kind of looks down at the. He just kind of looks down at the ground, sort of defeated, and just goes back and pulls up another piece of fish and starts cutting it for you as well. And
I'll slowly.
Okay, real quick, what has this woman been doing in front of me while I've been sitting here?
she's just waiting on her food. Oh wait, which one?
Both of them. I've been eyeballing both of them.
The tiefling is just staring over at the bartender, looking pretty impatient. You get the sense by the way she's kind of she's probably hungry. You know, she's kind of looking expectantly, waiting for the food. The other, there's a dwarf in the corner. So you can tell it's a female dwarf, but she does have her hood pulled up, and she's just she has a soup with little pieces of meat in it, which you can only assume would be knucklehead trout because you've heard the bartender mention that that's all that they have. And she's just kind of stirring it around and eating a little bit every now and then. But so as Daryl, our good buddy Daryl, is cutting the fish up, you everybody roll perception. And tell me what you got.
I'm real fixated on that trout.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I rolled a nat. What is that?
What?
We're rolling what? Sorry.
Perception.
14 for me.
9.
Natural 1 because I'm too busy playing the piano.
Okay, so that's okay.
I'm not looking around a lot because I know that bird's probably...
Yeah, there's a lot. Look,
Scanning.
for this being, for all of you that are here currently, and to be where you are, I mean, you're used to traveling and seeing, diverse people, and, some of you have traveled, far and wide and seen plenty of different things, but you've never quite seen so much a diverse crowd, as you would say, in one location.
Like we were all put here for a reason.
So it's kind of distracting. You're kind of like, man, there's a lot, it's different,
What the fuck's
right?
going on here?
You
Yeah.
does not judge people based on their race or gender.
That's not what I was saying. It's just-
You is very progressive.
It's just a little uncommon to see so many different races of peoples in
You
one
thinks that's
location.
racist. You is getting.
I'm not talking to you though. This isn't a character. Daryl's not talking to you right now.
You is very progressive, but you also would like his food.
You is still hungry.
So as Daryl's cutting up the food, he said, "Also, don't forget this isn't going to be free. I know I haven't charged any of you yet, but it's not going to be free. But it won't be too much. Don't worry." And he kind of keeps cutting.
Money has no meaning to you.
And at that moment, you see, you kind of hear at this point, a few minutes have passed, or not even a few minutes, probably like 45 seconds. The door swings open again to the tavern, and in walks some figures. They have, they look to be dwarves as well, short of stature, broad, male dwarves. They all have axes. One's carrying an axe. The other one has. The other two have one's carrying a two-handed axe. One's carrying a two-handed hammer on his back, and the other one's just carrying two single shorter axes around his waist. And they walk into the bar, and so currently right now they're walking in. And they look around, sort of look at everybody, and they start walking towards the Daryl, where the you and Fairhair are sitting. And they make their way up into there, and one of them, hang on, I gotta do this really quick, I almost forgot. No. Give me 1 second. I gotta edit something.
Well, I'm impressed with my piano playing skills. I didn't think it was going to go this
Can't
good.
do that. Oh, well,
To
that's
be
fine.
honest with you.
I think, though, the Piano Man song would have been fitting for a fairy, seeing how Zen
So as they
was a fairy.
Not this fairy, so.
so as they start walking in, like I said, one guy is going straight towards. They all kind of glance through the room, just kind of look. One guy, the guy with the great axe, he starts going straight towards Daryl. Another guy where these stairs are right here, he kind of moves about right here in this area, and standing right there. And he kind of When he walks in, whenever he stops right here, he kind of turns and looks back towards the tiefling, and Squatch and Tyler. The last guy kind of stays over here by the door right here. And so as you're currently, you sitting there trying to tell Daryl that you is not you and you is not him.
You is hungry.
You was hungry. A dwarf with a great axe walks up, and he just walks right by you. Doesn't stop, doesn't say anything. He grabs Daryl and starts pushing him towards the back here, and pushes him up against the wall. And he says, "Where's our money? Where is our money?" And Daryl's like, no, and he just kind of starts bumbling his words. Does anybody want to do anything, or just keep listening?
So they are right here.
One's there, one's here. Well, technically he's here. And then one is by the door here.
I'm gonna stand up and loudly hoot at that guy that you is hungry.
He stops and looks and goes, "Holy shit, it's an owl man. I've only ever heard of those things."
Who?
Who? He just looks kind of confused. He pulls his great axe off his back and holds it in his right hands, and he points it at you and says, "You shut your fucking mouth if you know what's good for you." And he goes.
Is hungry.
He goes back and turns back to Daryl, and he said, he basically starts telling him stuff like, "Where's the money? Where's the money at?" Starts threatening him, and he points the axe up, and he rears back with the axe, and he says, "I'm going to give you to the count of 3." Elder's Blast?
Yes, he's impeding my trout eating. I can't have that.
I have a question. That's 30 foot, right?
Yeah. So you're going to do it.
Are you going to go and cast Eldritch Blast?
Oh yeah. I'm hungry, guys. You is hungry. He
All
has
right.
to eat trout. These guys
All
are
right.
holding up my
I
trout.
will say,
eating
it's not going
I
to
don't need
be.
any more information.
I will say we're going to do. Well, it's not really a sneak attack, but since we're not in initiative yet, we're all going to go and roll initiative, but you will get 1 free attack. Sound good?
Okay.
So let's put him there.
Hey!
Okay, he's in that square. My bad. I thought he was in the other square.
No, that's fine.
What? Are they triplets?
No, they're just all the same token.
It's
Just a
This is
band
a-
of triplets.
All right, so
a
we have
MMO. They're all
to.
the same looking character.
You know, the one thing that I don't have that I really, really need and I should have had, I did not think about it, is a notepad.
Oh. Ooh.
Hang on.
You could use the one on your computer.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to try to do real quick. I should have already had it. So one thing I forgot today, I knew I was forgetting something. It's fine though. Everybody go ahead and roll their initiative. Okay, let's see. So roll to see if you hit. Yeah, I would just say you were just. I know because those grids are kind of weird too, you know. But you were on the back side of that bar. Justin, you're as well. You're on the back side of that bar.
It was cocked whenever I rolled it.
Yeah, roll see if you hit.
Okay. That is a 19.
19 definitely hits.
Cool beans. And that does 9 damage.
9 damage. Damn, dude.
Is that a 6? Nope, it's a 9.
So you do 9 damage.
You is hungry, goddammit.
Anger.
He's hangry.
So yeah, while the guy's holding him up, you see the owl, and you can describe it if you want to. Or do you just want me to narrate it if it's not a finisher?
No, he just sort of extends his hands, and yeah, the energy bolt that he fires is like a dark purple energy, almost like sort of a purple smoke, and it just sort of. Oh no, I was wrong. That actually. Do I have that? Sorry, I'm still trying to learn this class. Let me
That's
see.
fine. That's what these tests are for.
Okay, no, he takes
Just
9 force damage, and then he takes 2 bludgeoning damage on top of that.
Oh, Jesus, dude. All right, well, Yeah, how do you want to do that?
He killed him.
Damn sure did.
Okay. All
I
right,
just stand looking over at you.
So yeah, he sort of staff in one hand and ringed palm in the other. Extend my hand, and yeah, it's like a mystical, almost shimmering, like purple smoke plume. It shoots out, but it impacts with such force that yeah, it collides with him. So you hear like the cracking of bones and ribs as the bolt hits him, and it pushes him into the wall. And yeah, I guess his head cracks against one of those casks on the wall, and that does him in. So he collapses onto the floor.
So the blast of it actually pushes him into Daryl. Blood just splattering all over poor Daryl. You just hear him scream, "Ah!" You know, freak like a little girl. And he falls because of the force of the blast. The body actually pushes into him and falls to the floor. And Daryl's actually now pinned kind of under him currently.
Good place for Daryl.
And then as soon as that happens, you hear the other two yell out, "Boss, you're gonna pay for that!" And then they, y'all are fighting. So now it's gonna be. Now it's your turn, Sister Runt. Still your turn.
All right, I'm going to move back to the bar stool and sit back down. And I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
What does that do?
If
I need to look it up, I can if you don't want to.
No, I got you. I marked it or whatever. You're good. Okay, so if anybody attacks me, they have to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, and if they can't succeed on the Wisdom saving throw, then they can't attack me.
What?
They have to attack someone else, or if they've ran into melee combat, they have to just stand there.
Okay,
and with
so
my draw action, I'm going to pull one of the knives out of my belt and lay it on the table in front of me with my hand still on it, like you.
Gotcha.
Hand still on it.
So if it's is that one turn, or is that a time thing or a concentration thing?
It is not concentration. Oh wait, no. Fuck, I did that wrong. God damn it. Sorry. Okay.
That's fine.
Yep, that's what these tests are for. Okay, that's not an action, that's a bonus action, so I still have to use my action, sorry. Alright, well fuck it, I'm gonna throw a goddamn fireball at this other guy then.
Alright, roll see if you hit.
Which one of these dickheads says you're gonna get it? Who is shit talking me?
The one on the stairs.
Yeah, the one closest to you, I'd say.
Alright, so again, I'm gonna go and sit back down, and I'm gonna use my interact action I'm gonna lean my staff down on the table, so it's leaned against the table. I'm going to pull out the knife, set it on the bar in front of me with one hand still on it, and I'm going to turn as he says that and try to flick another Eldritch Blast toward him.
Okay.
Nope, that was a 9.
Nope. So as soon as you throw the blast, he manages to get the double-handed hammer and sort of like leans to one side and almost like catches the blast and kind of guides it by him, and it slams into the it doesn't go through the door, but it slams right here into the side of the wall by the door, actually putting out that lantern.
Okay. Now I'm going to sit down and wave my hand again and cast Sanctuary on myself with the dagger in my left hand.
And like I was saying, is that concentration or is that for a turn or?
It just lasts until I attack somebody or
somebody attacks you directly.
It just stays on there. I have to. It doesn't. It's no concentration though. Gotcha. It just stays on.
Let me see. What's your I'm trying to think how to do this. Nah, they wouldn't know what that was. Okay. So is that going to be your turn?
That's it. That's all I get.
And basically, just remind me, Sanctuary, if somebody attacks you, it forces the attack. They have to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yes. If they succeed, then they can still go forward with the attack. But if they don't succeed, then they cannot.
Okay, so they just can't attack you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, like, if they walk up to me and try to hit me with an axe and they fail, they have to forfeit the attack unless someone else is standing right there, and then they can target them.
Gotcha. Okay. They wouldn't know what that was anyway.
Let's choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the wanted creature from area of effect, such as fireballs.
Gotcha. Okay, so now it is Barnacle's turn.
I'm tempted to just sit here in my chair
Do whatever you want to do.
and and watch this play out. Wouldn't that be funny?
I'm about to 1v3 these dwarves.
You can do whatever you want to. You just want to chill
What
and
the-
scope it out. Their focus is on him, for sure. They're not looking at anybody else really right now. I mean, you know, they could see you out of the corner of their eye, but their focus is definitely on him.
No one else is attacked.
Do whatever you think your character would do.
Yeah, play your character. Whatever you think the character would do.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, I personally would probably try to talk to him, but you is hungry, goddammit.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, there's cups on this table in front of me. Is there anything in these cups?
No, you
Check
didn't
'em.
order anything. No.
No, is there anything in them though?
No, they're just empty glasses.
They're just empty glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell the bartender hasn't cleaned off the table like he should after people have been there.
Well, I think I'm just gonna kick back in this chair and just watch.
Now, if you want to, just so you know, like I said, this is the first session and everything. Now, if you just don't forget, you can ready something. Like if you wanted to do something at a specific moment, if somebody does something specifically, you can always ready something. Like I said,
Sure, I'll ready my daggers for if either one of these fat fucks want to roll up on me, but I'm just gonna kick back for now and watch.
Gotcha.
That's
So specifically, are you readying one to throw if one of them charges you, or are you just getting ready to pull it out if you need to?
Hutch's turn is just going to be he changes to playing battle music.
Bet. Bet. I got it.
Pokemon battle theme song.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm just kind of this first
Okay,
session. I'm
question.
kind
You
of just
throw a
like letting
dagger,
y'all know, you
Can
know.
it break like a javelin, or it doesn't break? If I throw it, I can go pick it up.
I would say a dagger. I say you're gonna roll for it, but it's higher. There's less likely of a chance of a steel dagger breaking. A
So I can
spear,
just say
spears
I
have
can ready
got wood
for-
a wood haft, and there's more possibility for it breaking.
Okay, well, fuck that. Could I just ready, like, as in sit here, kick back, and if they come at me, if he steps into my range, I could just ready
I'm
to
gonna-
attack
Ready
him.
and attack. Yeah, you
I
can
know
do
you
that.
haven't played a rogue, Tyler. I'm just going to tell you right now. Like, remember that those sneak attacks are if there is a enemy of that enemy, not necessarily a friendly for you. So, like, we don't know each other, so we're not friendly. But they clearly are aggressive to me. So if they walk up to me and you hit them, you get a sneak attack. So if you ready a dagger to be thrown and you wait right until they get to me, then throw the dagger, it's a sneak attack. Just so you know.
Gotcha, but I don't want my dagger to break.
Plus, it's kind of cool if you just sit there.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that is an example. Like, if you just remember that in the future, is like, if there's multiple.
Can I
actors
ready?
or-
Okay, so can I metagame it to the point to where if they attack you,
No.
so if I
You
ready
could
it to where they
say-
move into your square,
Yeah. Yeah.
Next
You
to-
could
next to
say.
you.
Yeah. You could say that if one of them charges you with a weapon drawn or in their hand, and once they're in range of a melee attack, you would be able to attack before they could.
let's go with that.
Okay.
But-
I'm going to think about that. I don't know if that'll be all. I feel like that's okay to do. I feel like this shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, but I'm just kicked back and watching right now though. But I'm actually kicked back. I'm kicked back, arms crossed, but in both my hands, my daggers are in both of my hands. Like arms crossed and both daggers are in my hands. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah,
Ready
kind
to
of
go.
like tucked under. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep. Gotcha. So and that's gonna be your turn.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right now? You
put an
just
echo
hear the
It's
music
quite a
music playing.
scene.
The music is playing to my right. This fucking fat guy this owl just hops back from the table, lasers this dwarf onto this other dwarf. I'm like, well, all right, I'll just watch this play out. I'll just. Actually, during this, I was like, barkeep, can I get a drink over here? Can I get a drink?
All you
Is
hear
there no
is
fucking drinks in this place?
all you hear is
That's what I say.
the music, the people, them yelling, and a little bit of what you think is Daryl kind of muffled, just like struggling to get out from under something.
Yes, that's all I'll say. What does a guy got to do to get a drink around this fucking place? And
Yes.
that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Justin, your turn. Fair hero.
Question.
Yep.
Longbow. It says 150/600 on range. Does that mean I cannot use it in close combat, or like at least in any part of this room?
No,
It's
that
only,
means
like,
you can shoot from 0 to 100 feet. However, if they are within 5 feet of you, you will roll disadvantage on all ranged
Yeah.
attacks. But as long as they are not within 5 feet of you, you can shoot at 10 feet up to 150 feet, and you're fine. If you go above 150 feet, then you roll with disadvantage again. So that's just saying that that's the optimal range of that bow. So yes, in
Okay.
here you can fire just fine, and you will be rolling regular, no advantage or
All right.
disadvantage.
Also,
Well,
just remember, you're sitting down, Justin?
yes.
No, I'm talking about the owl. He's sitting
You?
down. Yeah,
Who?
you
Me?
sitting down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
is sitting
alright.
down.
Yeah, just remember he's sitting down next to you.
All right. Well, I am going to finish off my milk, and then I'm going to hop on to the bar, throw down my milk glass, and say, "These foreigners are always jumping into the fray," and take out my longbow and take a shot at the closest guy over there at the stairs.
Be him. Alright. Let's roll to see if you hit.
Did you just shatter your milk glass?
Just throw it against the wall. Just fucking-
Sacrifices must be made.
All right. 10.
10. As you release the arrow, he manages to turn his after blocking use attack. He sees you jump on the table and scream something. He doesn't hear what you say, but he hears you yell something. Draw your bow and shoot, and he manages just to dive and duck right under the table to his right to avoid the arrow.
And then I'm like, and damn it, I suck.
You were
Shoot
close.
over- I had to stand on top of the bar just
You-
to shoot over the owl because I'm just a lot shorter than him.
You barely missed. You were very,
How
very
tall-
close.
How tall are you, Gatwood?
It's like
not sure.
5-ish. 4 to
Yeah.
5-ish.
You're not
Um,
short.
It's not tall to
Is that
rabbits.
all you want to do? Do you want to move or anything, or you good?
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Let's see. Squatch, your turn.
Is it my turn? Okay,
Yep.
obviously by now the music is 100%
Actually-
picked up.
Can I do one thing? Can I?
Yeah.
Dismount my bow and pull out my short swords, and
Yeah, you could do that at any point. You get one. You can get a free action to swap weapons per turn.
You can also move if you want to.
Yeah, you can move too. So what I'm saying is, if you wanted to keep your bow out, you could swap it if somebody runs up on you. It's up to you though.
what's that?
I said basically what I'm saying is just for future reference. Like if you have your bow out and somebody runs into melee range, you get a free action to swap to your sword, but you can only do it once. Like you can't swap to a sword, then swap to another weapon. For example, you only swap one
Yeah.
time per turn.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay here behind the giant owl that's got this aura flowing around him, staring at his sword hungrily.
And after you shoot the arrows, the bandit says, "Oh, you want some too?" He's looking right at you, pointing his hammer at you.
So he's under the table, right?
Well, he just rolled behind it and then
Oh,
stood
okay,
back up,
gotcha.
and he's ready.
I just fucking lobotomize their boss. They're not even a little bit
Um,
concerned.
So
Hey,
This is awesome.
this is great. So the music, like whenever, obviously I've picked the music up. It's more like a battle music now. Because why would I stop playing the piano? This is great. But so it's my turn, right? I get to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the battle music has started playing. And while I'm playing it, I'm going to take my hand and kind of wave it, the left hand, and wave it a little bit, and I'm going to cast Druidcraft again. And then on this guy here, I'm going to summon just a little bit of skunk spray in his cube. So you kind of see like my wings kind of glitter and light up a little bit, and then skunk spray will come here in a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
while I'm still shredding on the.
And you only have to. What kind of? Is that a cantrip? Correct.
It is a cantrip. Yes, I've just been using it. It
And
is a
you.
cantrip.
Okay.
Very magic.
What does it do exactly? The skunk. Is it just a smell?
It's just an odor of skunk.
Okay.
So it's just gonna stink real bad. Because I'm just gonna smile and just kind of chuckle a little bit and keep the battle music going.
Gosh, you see him kind of like while he's standing there, start like sniffing. He's like, "The fuck?" And he just kind of like shakes his head and just keeps looking towards the owl. Let's see.
Oh, blimey, who farted?
He shot us out.
Oh, shit, the pants off. Fuck.
He kind of looks at the old food that still hasn't been cleaned up from earlier that day on the table next to him. Kind of want like just a split second, like thinking like, "What the is that? What that is?" Just kind of thinking to
Yeah, he
himself.
ducked behind that table and he gets that smell. He's like, fucking Christ.
Is that gonna be your turn?
Let me see. That was a cantrip, so it was an action. Yeah, well, I don't care. I'm just keep playing the piano. Yeah, we got battle music going on now.
Okay, so now the piano music has noticeably picked up the beat and is, still roll a performance check.
Oh God, no! Don't make me do that.
So he wouldn't go.
I'm trying to cast spells. Yeah, fucking, that's multitasking.
Yeah, that is multitasking. That's why I was asking if it was a cantrip or not. If you needed both hands to do it, but technically you don't have to. You just need one.
It was a cantrip. No, I did not keep that going. Yeah, I failed completely.
What was it?
It is a 4 + 2, so it's 6.
So 6. So yeah, the music the beat is picked up, but he definitely does seem distracted for just a second while the beat's picked up, but it doesn't sound as crisp and clean as it did earlier. But it's still there nonetheless. Let's see. So now it's going to be that's your turn, right?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay, so now it's going to be the bandit's turn. This first bandit is going to charge. Yeah, so both attacked. Hang on. Yeah, I needed to use that little thing too. Okay, that's what we're going to do. First bandit's going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. I think it's moving, yeah. And he's going to attack the rabbit that shot the arrow at him. He is going to run up with his hammer. And yeah, he's going to roll to see if he hits. Crap, those are wrong dice. Those are not the right one. No, he's probably definitely going to miss. Yeah, I'm assuming a 4 isn't going to hit. Actually, I can check it. Yeah, it's not going to hit for sure. So yeah, he runs up and tries to swing his hammer at the rabbit, but you see the rabbit just like springboard off the top of the bar, and he just completely misses his target. And then he's... Let's see. That's really all I can do. Yeah, he's going to stand there looking pissed off at you. The second bandit is going to move up behind Mr. U and take a swing with both of his. He's got his axes out, one-handed axes. He's going to try to hit you in the face with them.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep, that's what I was about to roll. It's a D20, right? On that?
Yep.
Rolled a natural 17 plus 0 on wisdom. He made it? Yep. Okay, cool. So I still got to roll to see if I even hit you, though. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Not even
That'll
joking.
do it.
All right. So what do I
it's
roll?
okay. Just don't do a lot of damage. I don't have revive yet.
1d6. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's not a bad one. Oh yeah, and just so everybody knows, when we do criticals, we're going to roll twice. So you roll your dice twice instead of doubling the one dice roll. You roll twice and add the numbers together. Okay, that turned out good for you. So, five total damage. I rolled 2 1s.
Nice.
So he came up just, rah, and you just, for a split second, you saw fear. But then when you got hit, you're like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
He came in hot.
He just kind of just barely cut you. And that's going to be his turn.
All right.
So now it's back to the top. So as far as the tiefling, you look over and she is just kind of watching. She has like a glass of what you assume is wine. It's red, like in a clear glass, and she's sitting there drinking it currently. So now we're back at Mr. U.
Okay. I will use create bonfire.
Okay. That's a
And
cantrip, right?
Correct.
Yep.
And I'm going to put a bonfire in this square. Poof. That one. So right underneath him. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's only a 5x5, or does it go all the way out?
That's 5x5, so it's the square he's standing in.
Okay.
12.
That failed, so he takes.
He's on fire.
Okay, that was good. He takes. Well, now does that? Let me see. Does that count for? I think that's. Is that an attack roll?
No idea.
No. You don't have to roll to see if you hit him if he has to roll a dex save. That's
Well, I
to
have
see
a
if it-
feature that's. Let's see. Once during each of your turns, when you hit with an attack roll, you deal an extra 2 bludgeoning damage to the target. But that's not an attack roll, right? Like that's a.
Nah, because it'd be bludgeoning. It's probably talking about like a physical weapon, I imagine, or like your Eldritch Blast. You would add that to it.
Yeah, well, that's like it's not an attack roll; it's a saving throw. So I think that's
Yes.
different. I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't say it counts. So I would say he is gonna take. I'll pull out. Where's the goddamn spell go? He will take 7 fire damage.
Damn, nice. Guys are pretty tough for level 1, man.
Level
Uh,
1.
If he ends his turn there, or the first time anybody walks into that square, he will also have to do that again.
Gotcha. And it lasts for a certain amount of time, or is it concentration?
It's concentration,
Gotcha.
so I have to keep it going.
Yeah.
My
But-
sanctuary has faded though because I heard him.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Is that gonna be the end of your turn?
Correct.
Now we're back up to Mr. Jazal. I know you're changing his name, but for now I'm gonna call him Jazal.
That's me.
Yep.
All right, question.
Yep.
If I decide to get involved here, I want to cross over that table.
Uh-huh.
As I'm going by her, you said she was drinking red wine. Is that correct?
Yeah, what you assume is wine.
Is it gonna take my action to try and snatch that out of her hand as I cross over the table?
Or are you just doing it for thematic
Just for
purposes?
thematic effect.
Nah,
yes.
Yeah.
nah. I'd say no, not for this. Nah, if it's just thematic, that's fine.
Then as I'm crossing her path to go over the table, I'm going to try to snatch it out of her hand, take a sip of it before I engage these guys.
Okay, the one thing I will do, just to see if you get it out of her hand or not, roll a sleight of hand check.
Alright. Uh... 17.
Okay, that's good. Yep, you managed to get the glass.
Alright, so as I come by her, as I hop up, I decided, you know what, no one else is getting involved, I'll be part of it. So I just hop up out of the chair, I see her taking a sip of, I assume, red wine, and as I hop up on the table, I scoop it out of her hand, Jack Sparrow-esque, and cross the table and take a sip of it, whatever it may be.
You taking a sip or you downing it?
No, I'm taking a sip. Just a sip. I don't want to down it. I'm about to be in combat. I'm just sipping.
As you sip it, it does have the bitter taste of wine.
Oh, taste of
It is
blood.
wine. It's wine.
Oh, it's wine?
Blood.
Okay.
Yep, it's wine.
Oh, fuck, okay. I thought it was going to be blood for a second. So it is wine.
Yeah, it's wine. Yep.
Okay, so I take just a sip, and then I fucking just toss it to the, like, my left back out towards the table. Just to let it, like, drop.
Gotcha.
And then I will swing on the guy who is now dancing in the fire.
Okay. So I know you're a rogue. Is this just going to be a regular attack?
Yes, it is, just with a dagger.
All right, roll, see if you hit.
Alright. Uh, 15.
15 is a hit.
Okie dokie, then that would be 1d4. I could use my fucking thing. Could I? Okay. Can I?
You don't pick to do a sneak attack until you've already attacked.
That's what I'm saying. Do I decide after the damage is dealt?
That's going to be a Justin question. I've never played rogue, so.
Oh, you talking about? Do you decide if you?
Like I roll my d4, and then that damage is dealt. Do I wait until after that damage is dealt, or do I?
It says you know how to strike subtly. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. If you have advantage on the attack roll, the attack must use a finesse. Blah blah blah. It just says you can, so it, guess you have to. I don't know. That's going to be DM discretion as to whether or not you have to call it, or you see if the damage kills them, and then if you can stack the
I doubt.
sneak attack damage on there.
Is it worded in a way that you need to call or not, or does it just not specify?
It says once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll, but it doesn't say when you call it.
Okay, so as long as you have advantage on the attack
Before
roll,
you deal the damage.
It doesn't say that. It says
say
you
this
can. So to me, as long as you have advantage, you can say, because I think we've talked about this before too. So strong, it's kind of like stabbing somebody with a dagger and them not going down, and you have the other blade in your other hand. You're like, okay, I want to use my other blade now because this guy's still not down, sort of thing.
But
if you have advantage, because you have this surprise.
But I have my bonus action still though. But I can still attack again.
I mean, the flavor of this could go either way. You could say that okay, it's a sneak attack, and you have advantage. So did you roll with advantage, by the way? Because you have advantage.
Yeah, you have
No, I did
advantage.
not.
Well,
Yeah,
you
we're
had
flanking him, so you have advantage.
It was terrible. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so in my mind, if you're gonna say you use I just use it like a dagger twist. Your sneak attack is just an extra little oomph, and maybe a little dagger twist gets you some sneak attack damage.
Shove it in a
You
little
hit
bit
him.
deeper.
Yes, but do you want to do that now, or because you run the risk of not being able to use it, so it's still a gamble. If you stab the guy and it doesn't kill him, you can do your sneak attack on the second one. I would say it's when you deal damage, though. You would have to decide.
Yeah.
If I want to go ahead and put it on right now.
Functionally, it's
Before I
going to be
roll
the
my
same
D4.
thing.
Yeah, that's what he's wondering. So should he have to announce it before he rolls his damage? Because potentially, if he rolls the damage first, then it gives him an extra advantage in saying, like, he can... You know what I'm saying?
Save
Honestly,
the sneak attack.
I can see the flavor going either way. Like, that's going to be DM discretion. If you want him to call it before he says he deals the damage, or you want him to...
I say for now we'll call it before you deal damage, because you do have the ability to see how much health the enemy has left, so you have a way of kind of gauging whether it's worth that. And if we need to adjust that later on, we can adjust that if it's not, you know what I'm saying, flowing well.
Question. Are we supposed to be able to see enemy health bars? Because I can't see enemy health bars.
Oh, y'all can't.
That red square around him means he's almost dead.
No.
that red square means he's
You're right.
standing
You're
on
right.
fire.
Yeah, you don't see the enemy health bars. You're right. I'm sorry. I see them. but I can tell you, if you ask me how bad he's looking or whatever, I can give you a description.
I'd imagine he's pretty fucked up because that fire did 7 and 11 killed the other guy, so he's got to be.
Yeah, no,
close
he's
to toast.
definitely he's charred pretty good.
I'm only gonna deal a D4 damage though.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
That's 3. We'll see.
I mean, he
I'm
can't.
gonna-
He
I'm gonna say-
literally
I'm
can't
s-
have more than 4
I'm saving the
HP.
sneak attack. I'm saving the sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah, he
For
can't
the
have
other guy,
more
'cause
than
the other
4
guy's at
HP
full
unless
health,
he's a different variety.
and Gatwood still gotta go.
Yeah, for now we'll do it like this.
Holy shit!
Tyler,
There's no way he's not dead. It's 7.
7.
Yeah, I had to have put him down.
Just
Unless
fucking
it's a
dropped. I
different
climbed up on this
variety.
table and just fucking dropped a dagger in the top of his head. I took a sip of the wine, threw the glass,
Yeah,
pulled the dagger out, fucking dropped it in the top of his head. If it killed him.
Okay, yep, that's how you want to do it. Yeah, you killed him.
Yes.
Okay, so you just see the cat man from your perspective and yours, Gatwood. Y'all see the cat man just leap, almost superhuman speed, onto the table. Next thing you know, you see him. You swear you see him sip something out of a glass, and he tosses it. And the next thing you know, there's a dagger planted into the bandit's head in front of you, and he just, as soon as he just kind of crumples just straight to the ground, kind of falls to his knees and just falls to the ground.
Actually, if you want it to be really badass, I stepped across the room, scooped the glass out of her hand, stepped up onto the table, took a sip out of it, stepped into the chair that I'm in, kicked it over, and as it was falling over, I tossed the glass out of my hand, and then pulled the dagger out and dropped it into his head as the chair fell.
There
and
you
then
go.
Killed him.
That's how I
Bam.
killed him.
Dun, 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 dun,
Nice.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
So that's another bandit down. He is gone. Now it is. Is that gonna be the end of your turn?
Nah, I'll use my bonus action to turn and fucking shiv this other guy.
Okay.
Question:
Try to yes.
Are we doing facing advantage? So, like, if that thing is facing Gatwood, does Tyler have advantage, or are we not
Yes.
playing that in this campaign?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're on the flank, you have advantage.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Well, it wouldn't matter with the sneak attack, right? As long as he's within 5 feet of someone
No,
else.
this
it
is
wouldn't
just your
matter.
accuracy. What am I?
Yeah, when you have
Oh.
advantage, you can roll twice on attack.
Yeah, it's just accuracy.
So he's facing Gatwood, and I would have it.
Yes, and
Yes.
he is facing Gatwood currently.
Okay.
So you roll with advantage.
So that is
Rogues with those rules is very good. Like
18
back
plus
that.
5, a whole lot. I'm not even gonna add it up.
To hit, did you move your
Yeah.
character any? It's like, did you move here? Or are you still staying kind of right here?
I would have just stayed right there.
Okay.
And then I'll just re-roll just to see if I can get a nat 20. Oh man, almost. It was 19, but yeah, it's a lot. 24.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I'll go ahead and use my sneak attack with it.
Remember, your offhand attack does not get your dexterity bonus on damage. Just
That only
accuracy.
gets the the printed value on the dice.
correct.
So 9.
9 damage.
Yeah,
Solid.
I almost got the max amount of damage right then.
Yeah, 1 point away.
Okay.
Solid.
So you take a swipe at him and you drive the dagger deep, and you hear him, and you almost swear almost immediately you hear like blood, almost like you hear the gurgle of blood. But he's still standing, but he's fucked up.
And that'll be it. That's it for me.
All right, now it is Fairhair, your turn.
I turn and say, he only needs a hair bit more to go down. And try to take a swipe at him.
All right. You won't get advantage because he's still
Pretty
facing you.
close to being plastered.
So it'll just be a straight
I like
roll.
the way this guy thinks.
11.
11. As you go to swing with his last bit of strength, he manages to parry the blade. Just missed him. Again, just missed him.
Leave this guy's head off, man.
Are you holding 2 swords?
I am, but I don't get two weapon fighting until level 2.
You have it all the time. All 2-weapon fighting does is make you do more damage with 2-weapon fighting. So you can still swing with the other one, but it's just like Tyler. You will get your bonuses to accuracy, but you won't get any bonuses to damage. It will only do what pops up on the dice right now.
Okay, well then I will try.
So add your bonus to the accuracy.
Sword.
Or is it 2
It'll
rolls?
pop up. If you have 2 short swords equipped, it will pop up in the bonus actions section of your character.
Oh,
and show
gotcha.
you, and it'll make it easier for you.
So you can use so you can use your bonus action to attack again.
Okay, I'll see it. I couldn't see it earlier. All right, 19.
That hits.
Do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right. And
Roll a 1. Murder him.
Yeah. 1d6. Have to use d6 in a minute. That would be 10.
Hey.
10 damage.
Yep.
How do you want to do it?
Honestly, I just want to fucking jump on him like a fucking wild animal and just jump on his face and start stabbing him in the with my short sword. I know it's kind of still a sword, but try to stab it into his neck.
Like it's like the length
And,
of Sting off Lord of
And
the
then
Rings.
just follow him down to the ground and then just step off of him whenever.
And on that note, I'm going to stagger backwards away from that.
Question. I
Uh,
don't think your damage can be 10 with a short sword with no modifiers. It'd have to be
It's
whatever you
showing-
rolled.
I could be
You
6.
know
then.
what?
What kind of
I actually did look at it wrong. I did look at it wrong. You're right.
How much was it?
It was actually 7.
Yeah, it's still enough.
I don't know why. How I got that 10.
What are you rolling when you're on the sword for damage?
On a short sword?
Yeah, it was a 1d6 plus 3. I got
No
a
modifier
4.
on a offhand.
Yeah, you can't have a modifier on offhand.
So it'd
What
been
did you
a
roll?
6 then. Because you
What,
got
did you, what did you?
Uh,
what was on the
plus 3.
dice?
I rolled a 4.
Yeah,
I rolled
you.
a 4.
That was
Okay.
4 damage.
Yeah, you killed
On
him.
your offhand,
So
you
you
won't
don't-
get that modifier until you have 2-weapon
Yeah,
fighting.
just try to remember
Oh,
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, you
So-
get it next
Gotcha.
level, so it's fine. You don't have to remember it for too long. But
Yeah.
just
That's
for
what you
the
meant by
meantime.
modifier. Okay.
But yeah, either way, it killed him. He only had 2 HP left, so
4.
that's all good.
I'm gonna wave my hand and disperse the flames that are on the floor.
Okay, so the flame goes out and the bandit's body quits smoldering. All of you, as soon as you see the rabid bunny, just like a bunny from hell, just jump
Holy
on this guy's
fucking
face
shit,
and just
yeah,
starts
Jesus
fucking stabbing him, like
Christ.
shanking him.
Crack at it. Crack at it.
Just takes him out.
Rabbit.
What's that movie? What's that game? PlayStation?
I don't know.
Rabbit
Oh.
game?
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
That might be it.
Squirrels and the bears and stuff. But as soon as that all happens and everybody's just kind of, the moments sort of kind of passing over you, like, oh shit, like that escalated very, very quickly. And then you all hear, get in this fuck. Ah! And then finally you hear a thump, loud thump. And then Daryl stands up and he looks around wide-eyed. Oh, holy shit. He looks over at you and he points and he goes, you saved me, you. Thank you. And he starts running around here and around the table. And he kind of jumps over the hop. Actually, yeah, he comes by and he stops at this table and you hear, he like looks under and starts like rummaging. You hear like somebody rummaging through a bunch of like glass and just stuff under that table. And he runs around and he says, you saved my life. And he kind of looks around, all of you saved me, thank you. And he actually looks at you and goes to lean in to like hug you. What do you do?
Watch is just playing the piano.
Yeah, it's mellowed back out.
You enthusiastically hugs Daryl, and then as he's hugging Daryl, he softly caresses the back of his head, and he says, "You is still hungry."
Don't you worry. This food for all of you is going to be on the house. I'll get that food whipped right up. But before that, I see that you're bleeding, and he hands you a call it just a lesser potion of healing.
I want to search
One
these
second.
bodies.
Maybe
So
do-
he
okay, so he hand me a lesser potion of healing.
yes. Mhm.
Okay.
And before we continue, everybody, what is it?
I want to search these bodies.
I can just we'll get there.
I quizzically
all.
look at the potion,
Mhm.
sort of like head cock, look at the potion, and then I look back at him and I say, "You is hungry, not thirsty."
Can I cast Cure Wounds on you?
Yeah.
But then I put the potion in my satchel.
If anybody does want to cast anything right now, go ahead and let me know.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop playing the piano and I'm gonna fly. I'm just gonna hover over above the dead body, and then come over here, and I'm just gonna tap you on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. The roll
Alright,
say how much
so-
you heal for.
Yeah, it's a
I'd be
1d8
like, that's
plus
fucking
3.
nature loving fucking weirdos.
1d8 plus
I'm gonna
3.
delete these bodies out of here.
1d8 plus 3. 1d8 plus 3. Okay, that's a 1d8.
I would have
Um,
hopped off the table by now.
You get 4 HP back. So I rolled a freaking 1.
I'll stay over here.
He
was only missing
full
4. Oh, okay.
Cool. So basically, what happens is you kind of around my neck you see a cross. I think I have a cross. Do I have a cross? Is that what I have on?
I have a
Amulet.
cross.
Yeah, I've got an amulet. So I've got like an amulet with like a cross in it, and it kind of brightens up a little bit, and you kind of see my wings shimmer just a little bit, and then as I touch you, you kind of have like this very dark purple, almost like your banner, caress you, and then you feel better, all better.
You turns and looks at you and says, "You appreciate your
Okay,
your
while
kind
all of
spells,
this
wizard."
while this conversation's going on, I'm gonna be going around the other side of the table here.
Oh boy.
So is
Did he
it
search the bodies?
no
Oh, yeah.
Was there anything anybody else wanted to do? So you want to search bodies, anything anybody else wants to do? Cast any spells, any take a potion, anything like that? Okay, I guess we're good. So you just want to search
I'm
bodies?
just gonna chill. I'm not too bad hurt. I'll save the potion. I put it in my satchel though, so I'll add that to my inventory now.
Because
Gotcha.
if you take 5 damage, that should have been almost everything you took.
Yeah, I'll be fine. For
Let's Barnacle, you're searching bodies. Let's just roll an investigation check for all. You gonna search all 3?
I'll search at least these 2 here. Oh yeah, I'll search all 3. Fuck yeah. Fuck
Okay.
yeah, man.
All right. Well, you start searching the bodies. Roll investigation. See what they got on them.
Okie dokie. Is this for all 3 or one at a time?
This would be for all 3. Just kind of what you get off of them.
19.
Pretty
That
good.
was fucking lucky.
Okay, so on the 2 henchmen, you find let's 10 silver is 1 gold, correct?
And so yes,
So you find 5 silver on each, and then on the captain, unfortunately, whatever he may have
It
been,
was 5 silver, you said?
5 silver each, so 10 total. So
Okay.
yeah, put that in. You can put that in as 10 silver, or I'd put it in as 10 silver. We'll just say for the
Okay.
sake it is silver.
Yeah.
And then on the captain, you find 2 gold on him. What little is left of his body, because Owlman blew him to pieces.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So, and would you be currently over? The last person you'd be searching, Barnacle, would be the dead one. So you'd be right there.
Either right here, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Gatwood, did you move or do anything during this time?
I just sit back down and ruffle my clothes.
Hey, I'm gonna go help Sky unload this thing real quick. I will be back in like 2 seconds, so y'all go ahead. I've just assumed that this guy gave me my trout, so I'm gonna sit here and eat some trout. Wow.
He hasn't given it to you yet.
No, okay, you know what? I was actually about to say, while I was back here behind this counter, I was
But he
gonna
did
scoop
give-
up. I was gonna scoop up a piece of trout, wherever it may be, and just fucking toss it at the bird.
That'll work.
Okay. Well, the bird is now sitting.
But I was gonna make sure the bird saw me grab the trout, like shake it at him and be like, hey bud, and then pitch it at him.
Okay. The bird happily hoots and then begins eating his trout. Alright, I'll be right back.
This fucking bird, that's all he's fucking done is bitch about wanting food.
How much are you planning on doing tonight, Nick? On this,
We're almost done. Probably not much longer. Wow, what's up?
I gotta be up really, really early tomorrow morning.
What time do you
Like
need to get
4
off?
o'clock.
What time do you need? Do you need to get off now or?
I probably, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fine. We got a little bit more, but it's fine. You're not gonna, like I said, this isn't official. This is just a little add-on. So
Right. Well, then I'm just
probably gonna be about another 30
basically
minutes, I imagine. 20 minutes maybe.
Gotcha. I'm gonna tend to myself and stay at the bar and listen in to whatever's going on.
Gotcha. I'll give you an update of what happens.
Cool. Appreciate it. All right. I'll holler at y'all later.
Alright.
All right.
Alright, man. Later, man.
Yeah, we'll wait on him to get back before I continue.
Are you against me going back to the piano? After I healed him?
Nah, you can go do whatever you want.
I fly over here and then I twirl around. And
Yeah, then
fly
I
land back on the piano.
wouldn't have stayed behind the counter after I searched the body and tossed the trout. I would have probably hopped back over and probably just squatted down by the fire, maybe. I don't know.
And then I continue on with my tunes.
Yeah, that'll work. I'm just readjusting this. It's the only thing that sucks about doing this on Discord. Every time somebody leaves or anything, I have to redo some stuff.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, give me
Alright.
1 second.
Somebody leave.
Yeah, Justin has to get up at like 4 a.m. tomorrow, so he got off. But it's fine. Y'all can continue. I'll just let him know what happened. Almost got us situated. Had to redo the Discord stuff. All right. So currently, Gotham. Is that how you pronounce that, Squatch?
Yes.
Gotham has
I'd like to call him Gotham,
Gotham.
but
Okay.
Gotham works.
Gotham's fine. Gotham has meandered back to the piano and started kind of dabbling, kind of tinkering a little bit with it, playing some. The cat is not the cat. Which you're gonna change his name, right, Tyler? Know what you told me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tyler's character has moved toward the fire to get warmed up. You is currently enjoying his fillet of fish.
You is full now.
You was satisfied. It took forever, but you finally got what he wanted.
You finally got a fish.
All he wanted was that
What?
damn.
He only had to
I
kill
would've stayed
3
there.
men.
I think I would've just stood here. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, you only had to kill 3 people, but he finally got a meal.
So, what'd you say, Tyler? You said you go up to him?
I don't know. I think I wouldn't have even sit down. I think I would have just still been standing here. Like, what the fuck just happened in here?
So he is, we'll say he's actually staying here. He's sitting there talking, and he starts to apologize. He said that was some local, just thugs, local. You could think of them. I don't know what you would call them in this situation, but think of them, for lack of a better term, like mafia, demanding some money that he didn't even really owe them for their quote-unquote protection. But not to worry, they're just local thugs. They're not even that big of a group. It shouldn't be anything too worried about. And he will take care of the bodies. He just seems super grateful and super thankful that y'all were there, because you can tell by his demeanor, like he was in trouble. Like there was a good chance that if y'all wouldn't have been there, it would be him laying on the floor, not the.
I'm gonna ask a question outside of the game real quick,
Mhm.
because so my first instinct is to have you question about like who they work for and try to pursue that angle. But I know you said this is a prologue, and is this a story that doesn't tie in, or is that a line of questioning I should pursue before I?
I wouldn't really, since I'm. That's what I'm kind of telling you.
Okay.
That there's nothing to be worried about. I wouldn't say it's nothing to do with anything like that. No.
So this isn't gonna springboard into like us
No,
taking
no,
down
no.
a criminal syndicate. This is just
no.
a bunch of fucking shitbirds we just murdered in the middle of a night. Like.
Yeah, you pretty much just stopped the hold
Okay.
up. Basically, is what y'all just
I
did.
thought
Yeah,
so.
basically
I
stopped
just
the
didn't want
heist.
to waste anybody's time.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so good. Just consider that you asked those questions, and we found out that they're just fucking random dickheads. So like, all right, they're
Yeah.
dead now. So
But he walks.
job well done, team.
He walks up, and everybody. What's everybody's passive perception?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
16.
That's pretty damn good. That's your passive.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
sir.
a rogue.
Holy
and he's
shit.
proficient in it, so that's gonna be high as a motherfucker. Mine's only 12.
12,
Passive perception, I got a 15.
15. Yours is pretty high too. Squatch and Tyler, both of you, after kind of the initial adrenaline rush, and you're starting to calm back down. I mean, there's still bodies on the floor. Like this has all just happened, right? This hasn't been It's just a few minutes. Like you had just enough time to kind of search these bodies, but your heart rate's coming down. Squatch, you're kind of soothing yourself, messing with the piano again, sort of kind of pretending like you're not as bothered as maybe you potentially are by it, because that was a pretty intense situation that you were all just in. But you get the feeling that you don't hear anything and you don't really see anything. Squatch, you don't notice anything particular, but you just get an eerie feeling, like kind of the feeling that you're being watched, that you get sometimes, but nobody's watching you or shouldn't be watching you, but it's just like you feel like somebody or something is watching you. So you notice that, and Tyler, you actually notice. So the once again, Daryl, he looks back to you and he's like, "You man, you can tell he's just you saved his life." So he's like super grateful, super everything, and he's like,
Brain dead owl helped him.
he gave you the potion, and he actually is like, just super excited, very joyful to just have his life and everything. He's talking to you. And he reaches out to shake your hand again. And Tyler, you get that same feeling in this moment. But you actually notice this candle that is kind of actually standing up. It's like on this, what is that? That's like, it's like a wood post. There's a column there. This candle right
Where
here.
at?
Okay,
Yeah, right there. Right behind him. Sort of, it's been breezy all night, but all the other candles are still. The breeze has kind of died down, so everything's pretty still in the tavern. All the other candles seem still. You just notice that candle flicker for just a split second. As you notice this, as he's talking to you, he's in the middle of
Who, me?
Yeah, he goes to reach for your hand, and he goes and he just stops, and he's just looking at you,
Frozen.
and then all of a sudden he coughs, and blood just comes out of his mouth, and from behind him, you see this shimmer and appear.
What is it?
The fuck is that?
Poison, I think. That's what it looks like.
And from everybody's angle at this point, you see the hand of this creature shoved into his back. On the other hand, you see sharp, super fucking
Daryl!
super
No!
sharp claws. Okay. On the other hand,
God
and like I
damn.
said, what you see is
Oh,
kind of on the
bitch.
token. Actually here. Hang on a second. Let's see.
Fucking
can.
goddamn this motherfucker.
No,
Hang on one second.
A lot of
Daryl.
foul language. I hope no one's streaming this.
So this is what you see.
Another
I'm
one?
gonna no. This is just
Oh.
what you see. I'm just gonna leave it on there for a second. And these are not very big. He's actually pretty tiny. Probably only like. Don't actually give me a height.
But he just
here.
fucking
They're
put
not
his
big.
fist through Daryl. Oh, but Daryl's a dwarf.
Yeah, he's about the height. To the top of his horns are about the height of the dwarf. You know, so he's not super tall.
Just
But as he
fucking
has his
backburst
hand-
to Daryl like a
Pretty
fucking
much,
xenomorph.
Pretty much. So he does that, and he immediately and you hear, everybody roll perception in this moment
Perception.
Question.
to see if anybody picks up on this. Go ahead.
I have, since I went to college, when I know what the fuck this thing is.
Roll.
Fucking retarded ass bird ain't went to no college.
I'm from Strixhaven, alright? I didn't graduate. I was there for a brief time, but still, it counts. I went to college.
I had to learn
Yes.
myself.
Hang on, let me see
Okay.
what that
You is almost a college graduate.
Give me one sec.
You said
So
perception?
you said perception.
No, yeah, well, go ahead and roll a perception roll for me.
Perception.
Okay.
You want it now?
Yeah, go ahead and let me know what y'all roll.
22.
I also have in my
good.
possession, Nick, a lore book as well as the sage background. So,
What does that do?
if I don't know what it is, Sage gives me a chance at DM discretion to know where we might learn more about it. And my lore book, it's just tools you can use to give us information, basically. Like
Okay.
you can say that it's something about it was written in my lore book, I happen to know something about it, or I know where we can find out about it. So keep that in mind as we're going forward, because you can kind of use my character for like information dissemination, because I chose the sage background and I put the scholar pack in as my starter kit, so I don't
Gotcha,
have no goddamn food because I have a book instead.
So, Tyler rolled 22.
19.
19. What did you roll, Squash?
Watch.
That one.
Natural one. Okay, so you're pretty busy
you're
playing the
still
piano.
playing the piano.
Yeah,
You
so
can't see
funny.
this chest burster over here.
I don't even know.
As
if
soon
I
as
heard
Daryl
it.
gets stabbed, you just hear him conveniently play dun dun dun
I
dun.
would have said holy
Just
fuck
playing a
as soon as it
funeral.
happened.
Another one bites the
Dun,
dust.
dun, dun, dun.
And another one bites the
I'm
dust.
trying to figure out what to get y'all to roll for this. Who all is trying to? So you're definitely trying to identify what it is. Just drunk, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I can clearly see it, right? Like,
Yes,
right
yeah.
now, so
Y'all can all see it. I'm just trying to figure out what you need
if
to roll.
it's
to
anything
identify
magical,
it.
my guy, there's a chance that he might know something about it, because I have a lore book. Also, I am from Strixhaven,
Okay,
which is a school of wizards, so...
Yeah.
So,
You're a
like,
wizard.
the extent of what I know will be up to you, but if you want us to know anything about it, that's it.
Roll either Arcana or Religion, whichever one you want to.
That'd be anyone or
If you're trying to discern the hell you're looking at, yes.
Nope, I only rolled a 9 on it.
What is?
9 total.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have advantage or nothing, right? Just a straight roll is what we're looking for there, right?
No way you would add your modifier to it.
Okay, yeah, that puts me at 9.
Well, actually, you're guys from Strixhaven, right?
Correct.
Is that a school of wizards, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm considering an advantage on this roll.
You're a wizard, Hedwig.
Give me one.
Hedwig? Was that the
A
owl's name
D4.
from Harry Potter?
I put all the appropriate
Roll
stuff
it, yeah.
in there,
Roll a
too.
d4.
D4?
Yep, and then tell me what that is.
Oh, one. I didn't pay attention in class.
That was just
He was
enough.
not
Too busy thinking
well,
about
maybe
fish.
if your character hadn't been walking around here just fucking. Ooh,
It's good enough.
ooh.
So 10.
He's
Did
serious.
anybody else roll? Or is it just him?
I rolled a 9.
I
9.
don't think I can roll unless I roll with disadvantage, right?
You don't even technically you wouldn't even know he's there.
Yeah.
Just
No,
yet.
wait,
You had
wait,
to have
wait,
time to turn around
Mine's
Yeah,
a
there's no
10.
point.
Mine's a 10 with my modifier on Arcana.
on Arcana. Okay, so both of you would know. You don't know exactly, specifically what this is, but one thing you do know is that it's demonic and it shouldn't be here.
Oh,
That's one thing you do know. This is not from this plane of existence. You don't know specifically what type of creature it is. You don't know its capabilities, but you do know
It don't
This-
feel right.
it did some bad juju. It don't feel right. Okay, so who rolled Tyler and Justin both rolled. You rolled a 19 and Tyler, you rolled a 22.
Correct.
I have a question, Nick, before we go any further, real quick. Okay, so the eating and the right there, like not enough time has passed. How much time passed during that?
While you were eating?
Yeah, just eating and searching the bodies.
Couple
Was that
minutes, probably 5 minutes.
so nowhere near what's going to be a short rest, right? Like we didn't get a short
No.
rest. Okay.
This was pretty quick. Like I'm saying, like this is like y'all were still kind of coming off the adrenaline of that battle. Like y'all were
Yeah,
still
worth a
kind of.
shot, right? I'm a warlock. Gotta ask about a short rest. That was 5 minutes, right? That's a short rest. That's short enough. All right.
Let's see where we at.
All right, can I shoot this fucking thing in the face with an Eldritch Blast? I feel like that's our next course of action here. Is to
Well,
shoot
there's
this
still one
fucking
more thing we gotta go through.
Oh,
So
God, there's
So
more?
Justin said he rolled a 19. Tyler, you said you rolled a 22.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler, you know this is pretty high DC. So you notice from everybody else's perspective, you hear this thing. He says with his claws in Daryl, he says, let's see exactly what was it. I'm trying to remember now. It's off the top of my head.
fucker.
He basically, sort of. It's like it's very broken common, but essentially he says, you cannot run. You cannot hide from him. You will come. And that's what you hear. And everybody else, it seems like that's just what you hear him say. Tyler, you notice that his eyes glance towards the tiefling when he says this. But only you notice that. The character does.
Gotcha.
That was a pretty high DC. It was like it had to be 20 or better. Justin almost got it.
I almost got it. What are you talking about?
What was that? You're over there, dun 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 dun, on the piano. So yeah, at this point we'll roll initiative on it.
Oh, we're
And-
rolling initiative now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
You does not wish to talk. You wishes to do magic.
Okay. Nat 20.
Dang.
Nice. So
It was 23 with my bonus.
all right. Did anybody beat Nat 20?
Nope.
No.
What did you roll, Squatch?
I rolled an 11.
What'd you get, Justin?
I rolled a 12.
All right. Top of the round. It's gonna be Tyler's turn.
I think I'm gonna dip out a fucking window.
It just dives through the window next to me.
Shit, I'm
This thing, looking at this thing, definitely gives all of you just the fucking heebie-jeebies for sure. Like
Not
Yeah.
Daryl. Daryl was my man.
Squatch, at this point, you've realized that
fish. He's ready for a fight.
Squatch has at this point realized that Daryl is not in good shape, and
Oh god, Daryl.
there's a little creature standing behind him.
Music has just stopped at this point. It's dumb.
So what you want to do, Tyler?
Let me think here. Let me think.
Who's got the highest AC?
Who's got the highest AC?
Yeah.
Wait, me?
I don't know. I was just wondering who had the highest AC just in
I
case.
mean,
you-
we're all. I'm a fucking rogue, and then we got a warlock, a clearic. I mean, we're all
Let's see
fucked
it.
here. We're all
Yeah.
fucked.
Use Daryl as a meat shield. It's fine.
He's already dead. Damn. So is this bitch in the corner just chilling? She's just like, I am not concerned about him.
No,
getting
she
passed
at
out
this
drunk."
point, she's like got her back. She's hiding behind the table. I wouldn't say she's not hiding necessarily, like ducked down in fear, but she has her hand in her cloak. You don't know what she's grabbing. You can't tell from that distance, but her hand is like in her cloak, like she's got her hand on a weapon potentially or just something. And her back is to the wall, like, and you can tell from her eyes, she's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I don't even have a clue what to do here, bro. Yeah.
I'm saving Daryl. I can't leave my.
Da 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 da. Y'all got this.
You is going to turn to Jazal and tell him to throw a dagger.
Throw a dagger.
He says,
but-
"Oh, what are you waiting for? Throw a dagger."
But I don't want to.
Holy shit,
Why would I want to?
Daryl!
Shit.
Yeah, Daryl is at
Is
this
Daryl
point.
still alive?
No, Daryl is
Still
like
alive.
face first into to the ground. He don't even know what hit him. He died almost
So I wouldn't
immediately.
even get my sneak attack.
Yeah, he's dead. Daryl's on the ground. There's a big hole in his back.
Question.
He's in a bind for sure. He's definitely not breathing or moving.
Okay, well we need to be quick here. We need to make some moves. I gotta save Daryl.
I mean, you got to do something. You can't. I mean, you're not getting a sneak attack on this one, so.
You might as well just go ahead and initiate it.
I can throw both of my daggers like a fucking psychopath.
That is true. You could throw both of them. Or you know,
I guess I'll just throw one dagger.
the chair. You could throw a chair.
Can I hold a short sword and a dagger?
Yes.
Lightweight, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they are.
Yeah,
You can
well,
even
I
hold two short swords, but you
That's
can't
what
throw
I did.
them.
I was Geralt of Rivia. Had a silvered one and then just a regular.
I'm actually gonna go. Wait, let me think.
TikTok, Daryl's dying.
I mean,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
go
getting away
here.
from this thing. He's right
I'm
on
gonna
top
go here.
of us. So like,
Jesus.
How far was that?
Because I went around. If you wanted to know. Yeah, I went around though to the right,
What's your movement?
like 30.
And
So 5, 10,
20.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get advantage, but I will pitch a dagger at it.
Pitch.
Okay.
So here we go.
Roll see if you hit.
Yeet.
Don't hit Daryl.
12.
It's just gonna miss.
No.
Gotcha.
He sees you run around. He manages to duck and dodge from the dagger. Roll d20 for me. Tell me what it is.
Me?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
I'll roll a 1.
19.
Hey.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Your dagger flies by and sticks into the bar of the table. Why won't it let me?
Glad it didn't stick into Daryl's corpse.
Just no.
Yeah, right there. Sticks into. It
Gotcha,
looks to be
yeah.
undamaged.
So I get like, it doesn't have to be like a 10. I could only has to be like,
Yeah, it's pretty. Daggers are
Okay.
pretty sturdy.
okay, I get to, it has to be like, okay.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it for now.
Right. Who's next?
It is this guy's turn.
Oh.
Hang on a second.
I
So as everyone's looking at him, there is a bright flash of red, and you can no longer see him.
Okay. It was a waste of time.
Right flash of red. We know what that is. Is that invisibility?
You can roll Arcana, see if you do.
Arcana. Let's
See, it doesn't look like a typical.
I know what it is. I rolled a nat 20, so.
Oh,
Okay, yep, Justin knows what it is.
So it's Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
12. Okay, yeah, you're not sure. You've seen spells before, but this one it looks different, you know. There's like the bright red. It just doesn't look. It looks otherworldly. Justin, you've heard about this, and different creatures from different planes, as you would well know, they have different ways of, probably casting their spells, or the way that they actually look when they complete a spell. And you've heard of that, like, flash, that super hot, red hot flare, especially knowing that this thing is some sort of demon from that plane of existence. You are about 99% sure this is an invisibility he just cast on himself. Okay.
At the end of his turn?
Yep, he used his action to do invisibility. And yep, that's it. So now it's going to be...
alright, correct me if I'm wrong. If he
Uh,
moved,
Mhm.
we would be able to, if we have perception, high enough perception, we would be able to,
Gonna attempt to track him.
You
yeah,
could
right?
attempt it. Yeah.
If we thought
Right.
he was invisible. But
Question.
go ahead.
How high is the ceiling in here?
Ceiling's pretty high. Ceiling's probably... It actually seems like, the stairs that are right here, they go up to nothing. It seems like there was a second story, and at some point it just got so bad it kind of started falling in on itself, so they, pulled it down and then to kind of re-brace the top of the roof. So it's like a 2-story house. Think 2-story plus another 10 feet. So think basically 30 foot up to the peak of the gable. Now that the second floor is removed, it used to be shorter in there, but obviously that's gone. So about 30 foot to the top, I would say.
All right, I'm gonna
30
fly up about 20 feet in the center of the room here.
Okay, so you spread your wings. Let me ask you this: Do your wings come out are they on your back and you still have hands, or are your wings your hands? What does that?
No,
look
it's
like?
they're on this back. Like he's
Okay,
got,
so you have your own
like
arms.
talons for
Gotcha.
fingers as well as
He's
talons for feet.
he's basically like the Arctocoa, but he doesn't have that big flying speed, I believe.
Gotcha. Do you have a symbol for flying in here, Justin? You could put on them.
Maybe.
I think you do actually.
Pretty sure there is.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
make lines.
yeah, that'll work.
Poof.
How far
yeah,
up do you go?
You said it's about 30 feet up. Is how far
Mhm.
the. Okay, well, I will go 20, and the other 10 movement will be flying horizontally to get where I'm at now. So I'm about 20 feet up. in the air.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just sort of hover.
Lucky.
I would like to sort of scan the room to see if I can kind of track where he might have gone. Like,
Okay.
is there dust on the floor or anything like that I could see footsteps in, or can I listen for a sound, or
The
any
only
disturbance at all that might tip me off to where he moved to?
the only problem would be is technically y'all would be doing this all at the same time, so he'd be moving technically while you're flying up. So you'd would be concentrating on that, making a lot of noise. And the only issue with trying to track him on the ground is everything's been so stirred up in here. There's blood on the ground. There's
Corpses.
potentially I'll say this. If he was on his feet and he did go around those corpses where they fell, you would indeed see some footprints. The corpses fell here, here, and here. So you definitely would notice that, I would say, while you're flying up, but you don't see that.
Okay, well, I'm going to, since I can't see him, I'm going to cast a bonfire at the door.
Okay, all right. So the door, right at the foot of the door, actually all around it, or you can kind of describe it if you want to, or do you want me to kind of narrate it?
It's just a wave the staff, and around the stones and the floorboards, up through them seeps a purple flame, and it sort of erupts. So the fire itself is like a dark purple color.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that going to end your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, now it is Squatch. What you going to do?
We're gonna fly over to Daryl. How long has Daryl been dead / unconscious / whatever?
He's since he got stabbed, so probably I don't know what's 6 seconds per turn, right? Isn't that what it is? So 6, 12. How many turns have we had? 3?
It's probably been about 30 seconds, I would
30
say,
seconds, yeah.
give or take.
So, can I cast Spare the Dying on Daryl?
Read off the description to me.
It says you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yeah.
Keyword be living, so DM discretion is, I guess,
Yeah,
whether or
that's
not
what I was
he's
gonna say. If
actually
it, like
dead
he
or
has he passed on into the afterlife? Like, can I feel for like? But I don't know
Mm.
because I won't be able to feel for a heartbeat and then also cast.
How long does Spare the Dying last?
Spare the Dying?
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to have a duration.
duration is instantaneous.
It
Yeah,
just
but the
does it
effects of
until
it.
he takes more damage. Like if something else hits him, then it destabilizes him. All it does is
Yes.
stabilize a
It's-
dying creature.
It keeps him stabilized instead of him going to the light.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's you
passing
reach
on into the-
you reach down to try that, and it's too cold.
Daryl dead. He
He's
ain't no
already
adventure.
passed.
He a bartender. He ain't as sturdy
Hell
as
no.
we are.
He essentially had his heart exploded for the most part. Basically, is what happened.
Well, there's nothing I can do. All right.
Slap a band-aid on it. Rub some dirt in it. It's fine.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
I could. His heart's exploded. I can't do CPR, so it's done. I believe from here to here, it's 20.
So, how high did you fly up? Are you in flight right now?
Yes, I fly. Yes.
Okay, how high did you fly up?
Just probably from the piano. So however high the piano is, I don't know. I'm 2 foot, so however high
It's
the
about
piano is.
5 foot. So you didn't actually fly vertically. You just kind of flew off of it. So you're 5 foot in the air.
Yeah,
It's about like
Gotcha. So you're just hovering.
still like
I'm normal height compared to y'all, so
face level with me, so it's like normal.
Yeah, it's more of a
person height.
hover.
I'm hovering, but I'm off the ground because I'm 2 foot tall.
Gotcha. Okay. And anything else you want to do?
That's 20. That was 20 foot of movement, right? Yes. I guess can I just fly the rest of my movement? Can I just fly up into the air to get off the ground so I don't get stabbed in the heart?
Yeah. Whatever you have. What do you have left?
I got 10 foot, so I can go up 10 feet.
Yeah. So you'd be
I fly up.
15 foot total because you were at
Yes,
5 foot
I'll be
already.
15 foot in the air.
Okay. Just remember that.
Do a little green square.
All right. Who is
Who drew the green?
we're back to Barnacle. If that's going to be all that you're going to do, Squatch.
Yes, that's it. I can't say get off there. I was doing.
We'll say, for the sake of brevity, that the rabbit jumped back and is hiding right now.
Man.
Dipped into a barrel.
Yeah. He dipped into a barrel.
Alright, let me think. So, okay, so when I saw him turn invisible after I threw the dagger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have tried to watch where he went first.
Well, you'd already spent your action, so throwing the
Okay.
dagger.
Gotcha. It's like I threw it and then
Yeah,
he
As soon as he
dipped right back.
as soon as he dipped it, he
Well,
would
it's
have
like I
been
threw it
turning.
and then he turned invisible
Oh.
and I was like, holy fuck, what the shit? And then
By
I
the way-
got disoriented from that.
I probably should have made this. I've said this earlier. As an owlin, my wings do not make noise. I'm silent
Okay.
when I fly.
Oh yeah,
That's good to know. All right. I think it's still Tyler's turn, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys fucking left me down here on the ground with this fucking thing. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you fucking guys left me down here with this fucking thing.
Alright,
So-
you will shout back and be like, "You is curious. Can cats not climb?"
Oh yeah, cats can climb.
Oh,
Cats have been in alternate lives doing other things.
They've been known to.
Would be,
Yeah, is
It may
there-
be kind of tough climbing in here, but it's nothing's impossible.
Yeah, I'm fucking scaling the wall. Fuck that. Yeah, we're going
Well, you
over
have
here.
a climbing speed, so like, if there is any surface that's even remotely climbable, then you can use that climbing
Anything
speed.
look climbing at all? Climbable at all?
Most of the interior is stone. The wall is stone.
So that's a no.
It would be tough. I would say you can climb it. What is climbing speed? That means you don't have to half your speed, correct? Typically, if it's a climbable structure, isn't that what that means?
Yeah, just you move
So
at the same. So it doesn't make any structure that wouldn't ordinarily be, unless you want to consider the claws he has. That would, but it doesn't say the claws can be used for. Actually, it does say the claws can be used for climbing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't specify whether it turns. In my mind, like if we're talking about wood, sure, why not make claws into wood? That makes sense. But stone, it's going to be kind of.
So I would say, since you have that ability, that if it is something that's scalable, where most people would have to move at like half movement, and that allows you to move at full movement, since you do have that, I would say you could attempt to climb it, but you're going to be at half movement, trying to go climb up, like get your claws sunk into solids, little. It's like a rock climber trying to put their fingers into little crevices to climb up something. It would be difficult, very, very difficult.
What do I see my climb my climbing speed?
It's just your movement speed.
Oh, I just have my climbing speed. It's just my movement speed.
So if you try to take 30 feet, you would only move 15 feet.
If I could get 15 feet in the air.
You'd be as high as me. Yes.
On the
But I would
wall,
be
though.
like
You're attached to the wall, though, too. You
But
don't
I
have
can
your
only
hands
move-
free or anything. Like, it would take both your like everything you have to hold onto the wall.
But I could go ahead and use my. Okay, I got it. I get what I can do here. So I can dash, which would give me 60. And then I could use my feline agility, which would give me 120. And I could fucking scale the whole fucking wall.
Yes.
Bam, that's what we're doing.
So which way are you going to go?
I'm gonna go. Whoop,
Oh.
5. Or can I just. 5, 10, 15.
And then you're going to start scaling.
Yeah.
So how much do you have
far up-
left? 15 minus. How much did you have?
45 is what he has left.
Okay, so what's half of 45? That would be
22.5.
So we'll just say 22 feet. We'll say 20 feet. No, I give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll say you can go 25 feet up the wall.
So 25 feet up the wall.
Yeah. 22 is
wouldn't I
technically
have-
closer. We'll go 20 because 22 is on the 20 side of. Fuck it. We'll round up. It's fine. 25 foot.
So I'm hanging on the side of the wall. 20 feet
You're,
up.
yeah, if you do that, you're going to be on the side of the wall. Everything is grabbing the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cat fucking bolts
It's hanging onto the wall.
and runs up
Oh
the
wait,
wall.
wouldn't I have had 120? Isn't that right, Justin?
Yes.
So then I'll go.
Then it would have been
Okay.
15 minus. I mean, you could have climbed 105 feet up the wall, but
Yeah,
it's only
okay,
a 30-foot
okay,
wall,
with
so
that.
like it don't really matter.
But
Also,
I'm
if you
20
get
feet
too
up.
high and fall, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So I'm 20 feet up. Gotcha.
Yeah, you're
On the
20.
side of the wall.
25.
Yeah, Nick, he has an ability that he can double his movement speed. So if he uses dash and then doubles his movement speed, that cat can move 120 feet in one turn.
It's pretty crazy, actually. I have to keep that in
It has a
mind.
cooldown on it, but
It has a cooldown and it can only be done once, and it has to be done during combat.
well, you can go use it multiple times as long as you let it cool down. But you
Yeah.
can't just keep
Because
spamming
it says
And you're 20
you can't
foot.
use it again until you move 0 feet.
Yeah,
on
so
one of
you're.
your turns.
So what I say, you were 25 foot in the air, correct?
Yep.
From the ground. So you're about 20 foot from the top of the table.
This fucking thing's gonna shoot me.
No, I'm just trying to make sure I got everybody in the right spot. So you're about 25 foot from the ground, 20 foot from the top of a table. Justin, you're how many feet in the air again?
20.
20 feet, and the Squatch was what, 15?
15.
15. Okay. So is that gonna be your turn, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you see the cat run up, and then all of you are just kind of...
out.
Huh?
We're all watching out for the thing, right?
As well as you're able to while you're doing all these
Yeah.
things, but yeah. So y'all run up and everything, and then so you see the cat run up, and then you see... Let's see.
He's going for that fat dwarf lady. Darlena.
So the...
Every man for themselves.
Quace will reappear on top of the table,
No.
and he looks up at the cat, and he says, "Oh, is the little kitty scared?" And he will... Tyler, you need to roll a D20 for me.
Okey-dokey.
And add your wisdom modifier to it. It's a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
I would also want to yell out that this thing was here for that woman. The woman at the table who hasn't done anything but still sit at the fucking table.
That's true.
She's looking
not-
terrified right now, actually.
I'm killing her when this is over. We're gonna make this a clean sweep.
Yeah,
Everybody in this
fucking
tavern's dying
nat-
tonight.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Nice. Okay.
Yes,
So the looking at this thing, it's just like it almost frightens you. But you've seen a lot. And as repugnant as this thing is, and as just chilling as it is to see, to actually see a demon in the flesh, you manage to shake it off and not be scared out of your mind. Let's see. So that was... Then he will move 5 feet and get behind the tiefling.
Not the tiefling. Well, let her go. That's fine.
And now it is Sistrunk, your turn.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
if I hover behind him while still in the air, do I still get advantage?
I think we've talked about this one time. You don't get advantage on ranged attacks, correct? But melee, you do get advantage, correct?
Oh, I have no idea. That's DM discretion. That's not even technically a rule. The flanking rule is made up to begin with, so.
Um,
Well, it's not made up. But it's
I
like
mean, I would say as long as you're behind him, whether you're in the air or not, if you're out of his sight line, if you're behind him, directly behind him, I'd say that's flanking. Yeah.
Yeah, the flanking rule is DM discretion. It's a bonus rule. It's not in vanilla D&D, so.
I mean, if it feels like we're too OP, we can just take it out.
No, that's fine.
I'm sure he'll scale it up if we start getting too overpowered.
That's what these tests
So-
are for.
You just tell me, is there a way? Is he facing the tiefling?
Yes, it looks like he's coming up behind the tiefling to, you don't know, to grab her, stab her.
F.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything on this wall for me to perch on? A torch?
But
kind
y'all
stuff?
did hear Barnacles yell out, he's after the tiefling. Isn't that what you said, Tyler?
Yes,
Something like
that's
that.
correct.
Yeah, so you do know that,
Fine.
at least according to the cat guy that's clinging to the wall, that he's after, her. Assuming
I
you
really
believe him.
thought she would have made a break for something when we all made a break for it.
She
so I
looks
don't know why
petrified. She's not moving. She looks
Gotcha.
just like frozen in fear.
Alright, I'll move there, and then an
He's got a
Eldritch Blast
secret.
down towards him.
Let's see. Did you move? How high were you whenever you moved over him?
20 feet. I can go
Yep,
up
no.
if I need to avoid
No,
something,
you're good. You're good.
or I can come down. Either one.
Yeah, no, you're fine. He can't hit you at that distance. And what'd you want to do? Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, I probably missed anyway. 12.
12 is a miss. Did you roll with advantage?
Yeah, I still missed.
Okay. Yeah, you
All
throw...
right, with my use action, I'm going to. So I missed the bolt, but with my use action, I'm going to reach down to my belt that
Uh-huh.
has my knife belt, and I'm going to unlatch it so that all 4 of my daggers on my belt fall and land on the table beneath me.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna kind of look at the cat man expectantly.
Just kind of like turn your head. That weird owl turn.
I like the way this fucking retarded owl thing.
So
Maybe he's not completely retarded.
so I no longer have daggers. I dropped them on the table.
Okay.
Nice.
Now it is. Is that gonna be it for you?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Squat's your turn.
Cool. Should I hit him? Maybe. Am I going to? I don't know. Sure, why not? I have yet to attack in this game. I've literally sprayed skunk on one of the dwarfs. Let's attack. Why not? I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead because I'm a Reaper.
Okay. What? Okay, let's see. Yeah, what is that? Is that a cantrip or what is that exactly?
It is a cantrip.
Is it a saving throw or?
It is a saving throw. It is a Wisdom saving throw of 13.
Gotcha. They didn't get it. 12 was the highest. Wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Damn, he didn't get it.
Nice. All right. So let's see. You point at. Yeah, that's Toll of the Dead. Okay. You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a Dolores Bill fills the air around it for a moment. The target succeed on a saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. Is he missing any health?
He hasn't been touched.
Okay, just making sure, because it would be a 1d12 if he didn't missing health. 1d8. God, I love my dice. That is a 1 on necrotic damage.
Oof.
Okay.
But now he's missing some health. So basically, a loud, boisterous bell just rings in his little square, and it kind of like.
Yeah, you kind of see him, grab his ears like he's hearing something that y'all can't quite hear.
And then the necrotic damage just surges through him and deals 1 necrotic damage.
Let's see. Is that gonna be the end of your turn or?
Hold on, let me I'm sorry. 15. If I move here, Daryl's upsetting me. I'll be next to Daryl. Can I fly up to 20 foot while I'm here?
How far did you move?
15.
You've moved 15.
Yes.
What's
From
your
here to here's 15.
What's your total movement? 30.
30.
So yeah, you could.
Okay, so I'm gonna hover at 20 foot because I do not want to touch the ground.
Well, you can move up if your movement's 30 and you've moved 15. You got 15 left. You can move, so you can go
Yeah,
up 15 feet.
He was already off the ground, so I mean,
Yeah, I was already.
Oh yeah, it was already. Yeah, I'm just saying you can add it to that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't want to go up. So I don't know how high the ceilings are. 30 foot.
Roughly, yeah.
Is there any like rafters or anything on there? Or is it just like a
Just it's almost like there's not like really traditional rafters. It's almost like I said the floor was once there, so now it's just like these straight wooden posts coming out at like weird angles out of the edge of the house, like going just kind of almost like bracing the roof essentially.
so
It
it's
does not look like a
you know,
traditional. It looks like a
So it's not
makeshift
like
job.
I could get on top of one and sit there.
No, you could. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be enough room to really
Not even-
squeeze up in there.
Not even being a small creature.
What I'm saying in my head, you couldn't do it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna.
It's
hover
odd. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's odd.
It's all fine. I'm gonna just hover here at like 20 foot. I'm gonna just end it there.
Okay. See who is Tyler's turn again.
Alright, let's fucking go on him.
Let go of that wall, kitty cat.
So if he's up above, can I drop in onto the table under me? Like into the same square he's the Birdman's in?
You could drop beside him, or are you talking
I
about
can't
drop
drop.
under the Birdman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the square
Well,
he's in.
I'd say you could drop down and move over to it, because y'all are kind of the same height. It'd be kind of tough to. Aren't y'all like kind of the same? You're like kind of beside him, right, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have to kind of. You see what I'm saying? Like it'd be kind of hard to jump off and angle your body in that direction. But I would say you could drop down and just move over to it.
I mean, if I can drop here and then attack him, that's fine too.
Functionally, it's the same thing regardless, so it doesn't matter what flavor we use. It'll still be dropping off the wall and moving or landing. You're going to end up behind him, so it doesn't matter. It's just semantics.
And then
Unless
this
there's
works.
some sort of specific thing you're trying to like flip the table as you land or something like that. But if you're just trying to land on the table, it's still dropping off the wall, and you will eventually end up on the table. So
No, I'm fine with that. To here.
Yep.
We good. We good with this? Okay. Then I will dagger in his. If he's looking at her, then dagger in his back.
Okay.
I will also scoop up the belt of daggers. Yeah.
You're picking up the belt of daggers?
Never mind. We'll leave them on the ground.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
we'll just
quite
dagger.
as. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just dagger him in the back.
you get an interact action, but it doesn't take an action. So like, if you're planning on using one of those daggers, that's probably not possible. But
Yeah.
like having them on your person, like to pick them up and like flip them around might be possible, but equipping them to where you can actually grab them, that's probably going to take a little time, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would say with your interact, you could like pick it up and throw it over your shoulder or something, but you're not gonna be able to like grab a dagger and use it this turn. But you can have it on you. You just
I'm
won't be
just
able to
gonna
use
have
it.
them to where I could use them next round if I wanted to.
Yeah, I would say with the interacting, you could. Yeah, you could at the very least you could have it in your other hand. So
I mean, if you want to just leave them there, it's your call.
no, that's fine. I mean, if we got it,
Well, you have to have a free hand to do it, though, is the only thing. So if you're planning on attacking this thing twice, you now have 2 daggers pulled out, and you're about to stab this thing twice, so you don't have a free hand to.
Yeah.
So what
Okay,
that
well,
would
then
look like is you land, stab, then at the end of this turn you put away 1 dagger, and then on the next turn you can grab the belt up off the ground and have it on you, and then pull the dagger out of the belt, I suppose, when you pick it up. But like picking up, it's probably going to be a 2-turn thing, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll just leave them because I'm only holding 1 dagger because I threw the other one into the thing. So I'm holding a dagger and a short sword.
Yeah. So your hands
you
are
get a
full.
stealth attack with a short sword. It doesn't have to
Do
be
I?
a dagger. You get a stealth attack with a short sword. It doesn't have to be a dagger.
Yeah. So I'll just leave the belt on the ground for now.
Okay.
So we'll do dagger first. And we're off. 23.
It's definitely a hit.
Let's just see with advantage. Yeah,
It
was
better
dirty.
be, or I'm getting the fuck out of here.
It's
Yeah.
the
I'm out.
dirty 20 with advantage. So I'll just go ahead and use my sneak attack with that one.
Okay.
So let's see. 11.
How do you want to do it?
Hey.
Dagger. I think I just stab him in the back and then pull him back to me and just be like, yeah, I don't appreciate being called a cat, you punk ass bitch. And then
Call me a
just
fucking
drop
cat.
him on
That's
the ground.
racist, you motherfucker.
Yeah. And then just drop him on the ground, or just pull the knife up through him. Just pull it up through his back and then just drop him on the ground.
Got you. As he's dying, you hear him let out a just ear-piercing scream. And as your blade finishes coming up, his body, as it starts to hit the ground, it just seems like to just boil and the skin start to bubble. And then before you know it, it's just a pile of just goo, essentially. Blood,
Ooh.
bone. And the whole time he's like burning until his mouth is turned into the puddle. You can hear that scream coming out. And what's everybody's passive again?
I got a 15.
Perception. 15. Tyler's I know is high.
Yeah, 16.
16. I would say actually all of you, since you are still flying, right, Justin?
Yes, sir.
I'll say you notice this too. As you all are sitting there and the screams start to stop, you hear like a fluttering of wings, and you see just out of the corner of your eye, all of you, kind of look towards the direction. One of the bats that had been perched up at the top flies down and goes out the window.
It's Stride.
You know what you should have done at the beginning of the game?
Followed us.
But you did notice that there was only one bat instead of the two that you saw. That Tyler, I think Tyler saw them, correct? Tyler, you noticed that there is one, not two.
You should have Eldritch Blast the bats at the beginning of the game.
He
That'd have been
almost
funny,
did.
Yeah, that'd have been funny.
So there's only one.
That
so
would have
there was
went
two
way
bats
differently.
before.
Could have been like, are you sure?
So there was two bats with
like
that.
if we were
Yeah, there was
being,
two.
like I was being goofy, I would have, but my character had no reason to fuck with a bat, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with it. Like,
Yeah, there was. You saw two, Tyler, before. I forgot who all
Now
all saw it. I think it may have
the
just been
fuck are
Maiden.
Doppelgangers or something?
No. Do you want to roll Arcana? Or
Sure.
maybe after
I
y'all.
assumed it was.
So after all this has happened, y'all kind of are gathered together, just sort of looking at each other like, "What the fuck is going on?" And we'll just say y'all start discussing. Maybe Justin, you start discussing.
I mean, I could have let them know. Yeah, I would have seen that there was the bat.
Yeah, because y'all two knew it was a
Yeah.
demon, and I guess Squatch, if I'm assuming he would come over there and ask what the hell that is, and y'all would start talking about it.
Going to Daryl.
So there was another. Yeah, there was another demon in here with us not too long ago.
Yeah, everybody roll Arcana as well. Let's see what y'all get
Everybody roll arc.
while y'all are discussing
Also,
it.
hey, Birdman, you need to put your fire out at the door before you burn this fucking place down.
you has forgotten how to despawn fire. All hope is lost.
We'll never be able to get out.
I can cast Druid's Craft and snuff
I
out.
rolled a
plus
20 on
campfire.
Arcana.
I rolled a 17 on Arcana.
Okay. What'd you get, Tyler?
14.
14. Okay. You wouldn't know this with that roll, but you two,
Oh fuck, man!
You
Just
two-
let me know.
well, you're gonna know about your character. But y'all can, like I said, you two would know if y'all want to. Y'all can let him know. After Squatch, after kind of getting your senses about you and talking with you, and he mentions that it was some form of demon. The more that you think about it, Justin, the more you begin to realize that you do kind of remember maybe just catching a glimpse of this thing in a book or something, but you do remember it was called a quaist, and you do know that they do have the ability to polymorph into
Oh,
other
that's-
creatures. Like I said, you can choose to share that with the rest of the group or not.
You will tell you all a bedtime story.
Yes, the rest of the group,
Want it.
as in the Catman.
Yes.
Catman
Here,
Foo here.
Catman.
Also, I'd just like to let Fu Manchu and Ferryman know that this fucking demon was here for Antler Lady.
And she
So-
still looks.
What business does this fucking thing have for you?
She kind of looks around and it's like, I can't believe that just happened.
And I
What
don't
do you
give a
with
shit why it
me?
just happened.
What do you mean with me?
I don't know. He just said that he was here for you.
I will ask, who are you?
She
Your name's not on the list.
for the sake of brevity, we'll say she says thanks you all for taking. This has been a crazy night, and that she apologizes for freezing up, especially when the demon showed up. But she introduced herself as I may be getting this wrong, y'all. This is Amanda's character, if y'all are wondering. But Neve or Nevi, it's one of the Neve. So I'll get the pronunciation right eventually.
I knew
But
a
sh-
fairy named Navi once.
I know, right? But she says she doesn't know what you mean that he was after her. She's never seen a demon before.
I think
Well,
someone's got a
She
secret
is
to tell.
technically tieflings
Press
are
X to
demons.
doubt.
Technically, tieflings are demons, so that's not really technically correct. She says she's never seen a demon like that before, and that she's never been.
Check.
She has never been. I assume y'all would question her about, the what's the plane of the demons called, Justin? It's escaping my mind
There's
right
different
now.
planes. Depends on what.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the demonic. She says she's never been to the demonic plane. That she was born here in the in this
Do we
world,
believe
this
her?
plane.
I don't know. We don't know her,
Insight
so how are we gonna know to believe her?
Roll insight.
check. Insight check.
Okay.
Nope. I don't know which at all.
16.
16. Yes, you do believe that she's telling you the truth, that she was born here. Not here, but in the north. And on this plane of existence.
ask her what sort of tiefling she is. It's rare to see a tiefling with blue skin. You has not seen a tiefling with blue skin before. What sort of tiefling might you be?
She says as far as she's just a tiefling, she doesn't know why her skin is necessarily blue, but she does know that is a rarity, and it's not seen very often. But it does happen on occasion.
You has heard of websites that will teach you your family heritage. Perhaps,
What's the
you
website?
What's the name of the website that you can...
Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
You thinks that you should perhaps stop by Ancestry.com.
Which is our sponsor today.
She does
Nice
mention
segue.
that it is it's unusual, but a lot of times it is genetic, and her father told her that her mother had the same skin tone as well, but she never met her mother.
I ask her what brings you to this remote location.
She just sort of now is like kind of coming back to her senses a little bit. Everything's sort of kind of dying down. She just says, I assume for the same thing that everyone is in 10 towns for, is to make a little extra money and, find a little bit of glory. Make my own way.
I live here.
Yes, to fuck bitches and make money. 'Tis a noble cause. Alright, I'm gonna flutter my big winged ass over here and interrogate this bitch.
Actually, as y'all are talking, she starts to... You do hear some commotion, and she walks up to y'all. So while we'll just say y'all are talking. She walks up, you hear her kind of walking up behind you, and you hear her say, she said, wow, this is one hell of a night, wasn't it? You guys, how many of there are you? We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You 5, you're mighty impressive. You looking for a job?